What up, friends? Welcome in. Happy Monday. How we doing? We got us a weekly to do, and then after said weekly, we're gonna enjoy some more Bleasdale. What about it? Oh my word. Okay. We gotta catch up. We gotta catch up. We gotta catch up. There's things happening. Stuff and things. Fear, thank you for the 9 months. Appreciate you, dude. Welcome in. Hello, friends. How we doing? Luna, thank you for another 9 months. Oh my God. I can't pay all that child support. That's too many Twitch babies. It's too many. I can't do it. I'm sorry. Energizer, thank you for the 16 months. Appreciate you, man. Welcome in. Hello. Hi. Hello. My word. Drogo, hello. Cozy. Hi, friend. You've been driving yourself nuts doing challenges lately or what? There's a book that has text about how to make some purification potion and something else in the wizard room in the Bleasdale attic. Me and my friend have been trying to figure out. Ooh, interesting. You know, I mean, it might have no meaning at all, but I noticed today when I was watching Math play, I don't remember exactly what it was. I don't even remember what I told him, but one of the pictures of the houses on the wall is a real house, like is a historical monument. Like 2 US presidents used to live there. Just some random house. Yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It could mean nothing, and it could just be photos that they grabbed. So I don't know. Hard to say. Did you hear you can no longer loop countertops? I got a message from one of our friendos. I got a message from one of our friends about it, and I think we're gonna just have to witness that ourselves. If they did some sort of silent patch to make it where some of those places that were like natural hiding spots are no longer natural hiding spots, like you can be seen at all times, that's kind of shit. That's kind of shitty. Because if you watch your game get played at all, you know that those places get used a lot. So to not say anything, but so to have something happen to the game to where it fixes that or changes that, but people can still glitch on top of the tent, that will make me a little upset. I won't be too pleased about that. Yeah. Manly, how are you, man? I'm good. Whiplash, hello. How are you? Hello. Listen, we're still going to have fun today. It's fine. It's fine. Looping around countertops doesn't break line of sight at all. That makes no sense. At all. Yeah, crawling ghosts have the same hitbox to where they can see you, but you can't see them. Correct. The glitch under the tent still works. Oh, I know it does. All it takes is less than 2 minutes of scrolling on TikTok and you can see it working. Yeah, people use it on their TikTok lives all the time. Yeah. Honor us, hello. What got fixed? Apparently some spots got fixed. I don't know if they were ever broken. It's just that the ghost, you had natural hiding where the ghost couldn't see, or like going around the countertop in like Tanglewood. Apparently that's now changed where the ghost can now see you at all times, whether you're crouched or not. I don't know. It's BS. It's kind of BS. It's kind of BS that they didn't say anything about it because it's a very big mechanic. Essentially, everyone's character model got taller. So they made us fatter and taller. I should make our plate into merch. Just a little Josie plate right there. That's actually a good idea. I don't know if I'd have permission, although that is my dog. Maybe it was fixed on accident. That's absolutely possible. Yeah, maybe they tried to... We'd have to think, why is it that they would make your character model taller or something of that nature that has to do with Bleasdale? Because that would be why. Oh, get fourth wall to make actual plates. I like it. That's funny. Nefaria, hello, how are you? This week's challenge is the best one. I don't even remember what this one is, but this week we're being accompanied by Break. Break of Daylight's going to be our bucko today to hang out with us. We're going to do the weekly together, and then we're going to play some games, do some more Bleezy Streets together. So it'll be fun. Yeah, it'll be fun. I spent 3 games, so incredibly confused. Wait, I spent 3 games, so incredibly confused, and it clicked on the 4th. Oh, it makes me want to run in there right now just to look at it. It kind of does, just so we can witness it with our own peepers. Fun stream ahead. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Juju. Yikes. Thank you, Rafa. We're going to go, you know what we're going to do? The first thing we're going to do, we're going to go to Edgefield. Break, Break, forgive me. I'm going to do it right now. We're going to do it right now. We're literally doing it right now. Sausage Pro, you say? Oh, my. Sat recorded a campfire for 1 hour. The Onryo did not light it the entire time. Has anybody seen a ghost light a fire? Has anybody? Lycan, hello, friend. Welcome in. Hi. We're about to investigate something that apparently got silently patched.
I've prepared some jobs for you.
Oh, wait a minute. Uh-oh, I need to leave. Oh, wait, I need to leave. Hold on, I made a boo-boo. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm on the wrong. I knew it. I was like, I'm on the wrong one. I never changed it. Today I was so busy, I never changed it back. Hold, please. Okay, I should be good. I should be okay. Lycan, hello, friend. Thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? Keyless, wait. Keyless, is it? Wait, no, Kayla. Kayla Storm Shadow. That's close. I know that was there. Rosie, how are you? Sheeper, hello. What up, Ty? Welcome in, friends. Hello. Loki, new to the Twitch thing? Well, welcome. Welcome. Yeah, sorry. I was still on the wrong branch for the Phasmo stuff, and I just realized it before we started playing. So thankfully, I was paying attention. Thankfully. Got the weeklies done. Nice. Nice. We're going to try. It was amazing. How are you? I'm good. I'm doing well, friend. It was a busy day. Busy day. Did the work things, and as soon as work was done, as soon as I was finished work, I got a workout in. After the workout was done, took a shower, got done, made dinner, ate dinner, went to go pick up my son from rehearsal, came back, sat down, now we're streaming. So, all the things. Yeah. Is Bleasdale out for everybody? Yes.
I've got some jobs ready for you.
Yes, it is. I need to turn my cursors back on. I had them off when I was recording stuff. There we go. What was for dinner? I made a Parmesan and herb crusted chicken with roasted red potatoes and green beans. And lots of garlic. It called for like 20 cloves of garlic. No, it wasn't that much, but all I could smell was garlic for like the last 2 hours. Just got done doing a few challenge runs. Nice. Nice. Charlie, hello. Raid and run. No, you're fine. Like, and I appreciate you, friend. No. Where's ours? It's in the mailbox. Go check the mailbox. I left it there with a note. Yeah. If you don't see it, your neighbor stole it, and I recommend you do something about it. Garlic is good. It is good, but that's literally all I could smell was garlic. Yeah, that was it. Lycan, I appreciate you. If you guys aren't following Lycan, Lycan is an amazing homie. She's absolutely amazing. Plays lots of Phas, does all the things. Yeah. Am I going to prestige today? I think I might. How do you know which neighbor stole it? Do like one of those like scarecrow guys and just pick a direction. It's whatever you want. All right. Before we jump in there with break, I'm going to do two things. First, we're starting here. We're going to do this because that's no sanity, which is perfect. So the ghost is just going to hunt us immediately. Before we do the weekly, Copper, hello, friend.
All right, we're here.
So word on the street is that they silently patched or did something to make our player models taller, we think. Something has been changed to the point where you can't do some of the things you used to be able to do, like some of the natural hiding spots and looping in like the Tanglewood kitchen without the ghost being able to see you. You know what I mean? So we're just gonna run in here. I'm gonna grab one of these just so it doesn't hunt on top of me. But we're just gonna go sit on the other side. Okay. I missed the light switch. Playing the new Bleeze now. Nice. Will F them shoes actually come in play? Is that the ghost? So okay, could be absolutely coincidence, right?
Welcome back.
That could totally just be coincidence. Maybe the ghost just happened to spawn directly above me and it knew where I was that way, right? Absolutely possible, for sure.
All right, we're here.
So let's go back again. Let's do that again, shall we? You know what? Let's bring another, because what I might do, I might smudge it and see if it still comes for me. Fallen Queen, thank you for the biddies. All right. Oh, dude, that thing was so... I thought it was a Dio at first. I was like, well, that just ruins everything we're trying to do now, doesn't it? No, it wasn't a Dio. No, it didn't slow down. For science. Try the cabinet. I could, but this is a natural hiding spot where the ghost can't see you. Normally. Can you still hide behind the kitchen counter in Tanglewood? I'll show you after this. Hide? No. Gamer fan? F them shoes, you got it. Any day. All day. Every day. Next week. Last week. Okay, well. Any day now. Now I refuse to hunt. I know. I'm about to add a cursed possession. Imagine it's here. I'm shade in your room. Oh, F you, dude. I swear to God, if that's exactly what this is, I'm not going to be happy. This is so we can see Ghosty coming to us. Maybe. Come on, man. It is a tier 3 crucifix. Remember that. There we go. Damn. Another one? Oh, dude. Fucking Dio, I hate it here, dude. I hate it here so much. Okay, you're really, really ruining every bit of this, which is not okay. God dang it. Well, I'm frozen. Oh, there we go. Gosh darn it. All right, hunt. What are we testing for? this as a natural hiding place. Watch this ghost come directly to me. Okay, she F's off. How much you want to bet she comes back to me again? Look at that. Did you see that? Normally you can peek this right here and the ghost can't see you. Now she can? Okay. Yeah. She saw us around the corner. I don't think they fixed the spot. I don't think that's what they did. I think they universally fixed many spots by changing the hitbox of the player. That is our guess. Okay. Go here. Yeah, you know what? Let's see this. This is a real shitty change if this is what they did. Yeah, I'm gonna lay a mouthful inside of the chat. Why not say something? Oh, I will. Oh, trust me, I am very vocal in there when things are great, when things are not great. I'm very vocal about it. So, oh, this will be one thing that's said. We can't fix the spots that are God spots that allow players to get unlimited XP, but we can fix the places where you just go tuck into a corner and wait for the ghost to get done hunting. No. Watch this. Let's see what happens. We just added all the unofficial hiding spots to the map explorer this past week. Gonna go back and wait. We've gone back and retested all the spots, and 90% of them. All right, well, I guess we'll go do this test instead. And you cut the breaker. Wow, what a piece of shit. Not hiding there. So normally what can you do? Normally you can go like this and ghosts can't see you. Our sight is still the same. Still the same. Okay, man, you really can F off anytime you want. Yesterday, today. Pick your poison, lady. Why does that light look so bright? Wonder about the bee curtain. I don't think it breaks line of sight. Oh, she's over there. Okay. I have 0 sanity. Just FYI. It looks so bright right there. I haven't changed anything. I'm aware. I'm very well aware that it's a flashlight, but I don't usually think it's that bright, is it? Maybe it is. I'm just nuts. It feels like your model's taller. I don't know. It looks like you're taller. Do I really look taller? Like, does the player look taller? Man, I'd have to go back and compare now. When you like walk up to a switch, you know? You stuck out more by the crib, really? Okay, what is this? What did they change everything? What? This is 0 sanity. Nah. That's why I missed the light switch the first time. Oh, maybe. Let's watch. It's gonna hunt from over there. Place your bets. What about the lockers? Were you wedged between them? Oh, you mean like this? Great question. I don't know. So watch. Look at her gaining speed. Look at her gaining speed. What about when you try to squeeze into a closet? I feel like it'd probably be fine. As long as she doesn't try to touch the closet. Yeah, Docs, hello, friend. Well, Docs, where? Oh, dude. You know, this happened to me when I was making my cursed possession video. The ghost kept kicking the breaker over and over and over. Obnoxious. Fuck you, lady. No, they didn't take away the hiding spots. They messed with something. They messed with the player model in some way to where the majority of the natural hiding spots you would normally go to, Tanglewood, the nursery over there, the edge field at the back, you can't do it anymore. And they never said a word about it. So one of two things happened. They silently did it on purpose, or they accidentally did it and have no clue they did it. My guess, the latter. Maybe it's to adjust for the modified customizations of characters. That's fine if they say something about it. Tell them to flip it back. Amen. What will we do for a singular closet on insanity? Okay, interesting. Interesting. Okay. Let's get out of here. Let's do the weekly before I get pissed off. let's do the weekly before I get upset. All right. But the way, you know, that was totally a banshee. Can we check the nursery? We can. I mean, I can. Aren't you all ready? Oh, I didn't pay attention to the blinking. It was a phantom. It hunted right on top of us, so I knew it was one of the two stalkers. It had to have been. It could have been a wraith technically, but whatever. All right. Either way, whatever. Let's pretend none of that ever happened. Has there been a pouring of outrage? I kind of hope so. Let's see. Let's see. The ghost can now gain line of sight. Well, they're probably all asleep, so they're not going to know. Yeah, we're not going to hear about that till tomorrow. Interesting. It's going to make you upset, spaghetti. Well, it's not going to make me happy. Dave had to have noticed with how much he relies on natural I mean, we will see. No more poop looping? I mean, you can loop the ghost, but it's going to be gaining line of sight on you the entire time, which is fine. You can do that. But if you want to like tuck away inside of the kitchen in Tanglewood, that does you no good anymore. Yeah. I do APOC 3 now. A hope and a prayers. No more F them shoes hiding. Nope. Gone forever. They didn't say a word. Just deuces. Unfortunate. Thanks for all the follows, guys. I appreciate you. Toxic. Thank you for the 3 months, man. I also, Ducks, I agree, friend. I hope it is also just an accident. And they're like, oh, well, we were messing around with the player models because we're about to do this and this. We didn't know that was going to happen. It's like, okay, well, can you turn it back? I also think it was an accident. Yeah. One thing added, 500 broken. Oh, man. The color changing lights aren't working. What was the last color that was redeemed? What was the last color that was redeemed? Ugh, they're also not pointing the right way. It's a feature. Hey, let me turn it on and turn it on. Let me turn it off, turn it back on. Hold on, hold on. Let's go here. They're all probably on cooldown now. So let me do whatever the last one I saw which was red. I'm going to try to do it through the commands, though, so that way it actually does it the way it's supposed to do it. Yeah, it's changed. Okay. Well, keep me posted. If it's still not working, let me know, and I'll fix it. All right. Well, anyway, where were we? Deep breaths. Oh, man. I wonder how many people haven't noticed it. Yeah. Was purple from yesterday, so something not connected. The last redeem that I see is red. I literally saw red today, like just recently. I used the FM shoe spot yesterday and got caught. Yep, that's probably why. Yeah. We'll see. Yeah, we'll just go with it, man. It's fine. It's fine. This week's challenge is speed run. Maybe you could start a timer. How quickly can you find this ghost's identity? And this is going to be a Tanglewood for our 5K. So, speaking of all the tangles, give me a moment. In the midst of our rage, I didn't have the pages ready to go, but I'll get them and we'll be ready to rock. Kev, what up, dude? Kev, thank you for the subs, homie. Appreciate you. Oh my goodness gracious. Ay, ay, ay. You give us such a gift and then just crap all over it. You're killing me, Smalls. Why is it downloading like this? Discord, are you okay? Oh, there it is. Oh, they changed that. Oh, that's weird. Okay. I'm not used to that. That's different. They changed the way that images open up. Stranger. Danger. Okay. Oh. Speed, what's up, dude? How are you? Hey, Shadow, how are you? There we go. We fixed it. It's fixed. It's fixed. Okay. So, if we take a look, we can see that we have our details for our speed run. We get 3 evidence. We have 150% player speed. Stupid fast. 100% ghost speeds to normal ghost. Looks like we have every single cursed possession, high ghost event, high activity, and a bunch of tier 3 stuff. So this is one of those loadouts that's a really, really good time where you can use it on other maps just to test out what it's like if you don't have tier 3 unlocked. I would very highly recommend giving it a shot. For sure. For sure. Takarito, what up, homie? Oh, hey, how are ya? Oh, my God. Thank you for the raid. What up, dude? What were you doing? Oh, my. Stuffing things, man. Stuffing things. Does that mean the ghost can see through the living room door at Willow? I don't think so. No, I don't think that that's been changed. No, not at all. Yeah. Takarita. Hello, friend. How are you? Loving the fuck out of it. I love it. Yeah, dude. The map is so good. The map is so good. Unfortunately, I think that we were discovering some things that have accidentally changed. Not for the better. Yeah. They laughed to wait. Asked through InSim to CJ if the Bleasdale address was a clue. They laughed about it, didn't deny it though. So leaning does not mean anything. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Hard to say, man. Spicy? No, just things changing because we think that they're changing things on the back end and they don't realize they're changing it until all of us are playing the game and we're like, what the hell has changed? Oh, we can't hide in those spots anymore. Yeah. Super unfortunate. Thanks for the follows, guys. Welcome in. How are you? Yeah. Yeah, it's not fun. It's not fun. Friends, this is your main page with the details, but if you need a little bit more information for this weekly, if you're a little bit curious, here are your player settings, there are your ghost settings, and there is your contract. There's the contract. Blows my mind that QA didn't catch any of the new bugs. Yeah. The front door being obnoxiously, like, really, the good outweighs the bad in the sense of bugs that I've seen, unless there's a lot more that I just haven't had a chance to run into. There are certain things. There are certain things.
Ready for you.
Can I do a massive solid? What's up, Shauna? The front door scares you? It is so loud. It is so stinking loud. Kill break for you? No, I don't want to start it, because if I start it, then she's going to finch it. Who needs QA when you have the users?
Looks
Oh,
like
that's
there are others
unfortunate.
out there in need of help.
That's unfortunate. Is anyone being an absolute tool bag? Hold on, let me see. It's good to take a peek every now and then. Some of them are very blatantly obvious, like dipshits. Let's take a look. I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay. Okay, good. Good. The front door has been final console. It's so loud, man. It is really, really loud. The random raw steak. Alrighty, let me message Mrs. Break. And then we're going to do the weekly. And then after we do the weekly, we're going to do some Bleasdale runs. I might prestige. But that's the problem. Like, I want to prestige, but I always do that solo. I always do solo prestige runs. So unless I do one later, the raw steak is my emotional support steak. Just carry it around the map at all times. It's very loud. I agree. Yeah, it is very loud.
Okay.
That was like one of those like tap on the shoulder guys. Like it was over, like over here.
That was like, yeah, because that you were absolutely on my left, and then you weren't, but you were in my left ear.
Does it reset you to tier 1 gear? It resets your gear, your money, all that.
It was Clay, not me.
Oh man, I don't want to bring it up right now, but have you heard the news?
About not being able to hide.
In certain places, yeah. Well, I mean, it's actually important, I guess, to know because, like, Tanglewood.
Because otherwise, we're gonna die.
We're gonna go to the count. You're gonna go to the counter and be like, "Oh, why is it speeding up?" Well,
can I still hide behind the car?
Yeah. I love the car. I love going into the garage.
Can we still hide behind glass doors?
I assume so.
Like, I have so many questions.
I don't know anymore. Justin, thank you for the 15 months. Appreciate you, man. Thank you guys for the follows. All right. Well, you know, it'll be fun. This one, I mean, it's speed run, so it's definitely going to be on the easier side of things. And the hope is that there was a mistake made, and they're like, "Uh-oh," you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would just completely change how.
Because think about like
I don't
right now, Grafton.
I don't want to feel
the
like
dining room
I have
table.
To be good
Nope.
at, right. Yeah. Exactly.
Gone.
Yeah.
Deuces.
Oh, and I don't want to have to be. Feel like I have to be good at looping to be able to play the game because I really suck at looping. So I'm
Great. Now every person that asks, "How do I get good at looping?" I've got to answer. Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
Fury, thank you. Fury Dad, thank you for the
that.
21 months. Galactic, thank you for the
Flash
3.
chat,
Hi,
you
friends.
get good at looping. How do you
So-
not panic when the ghost is chasing you?
So what you do is you crouch, you look straight up in the air, you hold sprint for 2 seconds. Don't hold it for 3. If you hold it for 3, you're going to run into the wall. You'll stub your little toesies. You hold it for 2 seconds.
Okay.
You turn, scream, and run.
That sounds about right.
All right. I expect to see this in use on this map.
Okay.
All right. Remember.
I probably can do
Remember.
that
1,
for
2, turn, scream. Yeah.
1, 2, turn, scream. Got it.
Okay. Good. Then you do this. Then you. Alrighty. Let's get done with this weekly, shall we? So we can go do some bleezies.
I haven't even seen it yet. Not in person.
You haven't played it yet?
Dude, I was at work and then work got over and like now we're here. Like there's
game
been
on.
no time.
Okay. All right. We'll get done this so that way you can enjoy it. Let's do the tings. All right. Weekly time. Spin around. Stop.
Oh my gosh, I'm so fast!
Unfortunately, we don't have unlimited sprint. That would have been way more speedy.
Ugh, that's okay.
Double take 3 times.
This is gonna make my panicking when I run from the ghost even worse.
Yeah, it's gonna
Probably
be
just run
interesting.
into a
That's for
wall.
sure. All right. Well, I'm not worried about night vision. I mean, really, we have all the cursed possessions. We could do the thing. Breaker is in the base Monte. No, you did not. Wait, was it already on? Oh, I think it was already on and I did a thing. What you doing?
Seeing where the ghost is. I don't feel like trying to figure it out.
Well, where is it?
Fashioned way. In the garage.
Oh. Oh, not our garage.
Where are you? Are you here?
It starts on. Oh.
Are you friendly? Where are
I wasn't paying attention and I literally went and turned it off.
Like, it's supposed to be a speed run. If it's there, I'm gonna use it. Where are you? Are you here? You close?
All right. I'm gonna go get more stuff. If I were a betting girl, I guess the hiding thing is from a change to make the head eyes actually detectable from the. I don't know what it was. We don't know. We haven't heard a single word about why they did it, but we'll find out soon enough, man. We'll find out. We'll get the answers. Damn it. What do you got?
Absolutely nothing.
All right.
Ghost hasn't even made a sound.
Hello? Thought I saw an orb in the locker. Hello? Oh, hey, it made a sound. It did a ting. EMF 5. Let's go.
Oh. Well, you got something.
EMF fiber. Probably not the best way to do these. Can I do the ceiling in here? I don't think you can. I'll never try.
You can do this part right here. This wood.
We got footies.
This wood.
EMF 5,
whatever.
ultraviolet. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
That's what I said.
No.
I said, whoa.
Oh no.
You won't do it? You won't do it? You won't be on brand for a speed run? You won't do it?
We ruin everything, Ghost.
It's Stippy stomping that way. Ghosty? Yeah, this weekly challenge is speed run at Tanglewood. Did those disappear quickly? You thought you saw dots? Are you sure? How sure are you? There may have been Dootskis. What an asshole.
May have, as in there were, or you're not sure?
You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna get something real fast. I think so. You think it was the breath? I'm pretty sure that the footsteps were small. I believe they were small, which would make sense if you guys saw the kid ghost. Well, it can't be a mimic. Yeet. Let me see. Camera? There. Okay. I'm on a mission. Well, that's not part of the mission.
Hello. Okay.
Dude, F off.
You do really.
We said F off, dude.
Child.
Gosh darn it. Trying to do a TIG.
Oh no, is she here for me?
Yeah, she's here for you.
Oh.
She needs to stop it. Hold on. Get out of the way.
I don't want her.
Oh.
Oh.
All right, come on.
I really want to pull another one of these when I kind of scared.
No, don't do it, please. Wait, was that from you pulling cards?
What? No. I pulled a hangman fool. And I don't want to talk about it. I thought I was dead for a second.
Mr. T's back here pulling cards. It's a hangman fool. Let's try it. Hold on. Let's see what happens. Just pulling cards without even telling you? Yeah. Rude. Do I have a lighter?
Friend.
Okay, I did grab a lighter. Okay. I was like, uh-oh, I might be in trouble. Right.
Well, I thought
I'm at the
I
ready.
was, but I was fine.
I want to do the ting.
I was fine. Okay. Ready? One.
No,
Two.
no, it went to the other side of the car. I saw it.
Oh. Oh. That was on 2. That was on 3. I was gonna
Okay,
count
okay.
it down.
Well,
You ruined it.
What do you? I ruined it.
Not you, the ghost.
Oh, the ghost ruined it. Yeah. The ghost is a jerk. I know I'm in a spot where the dots will show. Come on, do the ting. $20 I go for a ghost photo and I get a assault photo. Come on. Just do it. If it takes any longer, I'm not going to wait. It is possible to get a ghost photo from the dots if it's a Goryo. Now, I don't know if I can move. I assume I can move forward and get it. If it... Son of bitch! You know what? I give up. F this thing. I don't even care. Hey, Shawty. Crawling on the carpet. Ghosty, come see break. Oh, it's done.
And I already ran away from it once.
Oh, I had a smudge. We would have been fine.
But,
I was hoping
yeah,
to get
I have my
a nice
comfort
little
potatoes,
dot
so
photo of the
we're
ghosty since it's a
gonna be
Goryo.
Yeah, because
Whatever.
I have potato, so it's fine.
That's oh well, we got the potato. That's all that matters. Here, I got it.
Brings me comfort.
There we go. All right,
Okay.
you got Goryo marked down.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, good times. Great oldies. Frickin' Goryos. We didn't even have a ghost in here. Didn't even exist.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for
What
you.
a stinky.
First run and it wasn't haunted.
I know, it's fine. Round 2 will be much better. I'm pulling cards.
We've arrived. Check the equipment and get set up before
Round 2 still might be a child.
Oh no. What's the name?
Looks like this is going to be a tough
Becky.
one. Had reports of violence, and it looks like they left in a hurry.
Becky? Becky, 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 Becky. Watch the vids. I appreciate it, man. Hello? Let's find out where it is first. Let's start there. Becky. We miss you. Here, I'll do the thing. Oh, it's in laundry. Here. I can give you some toys. Here,
It's
some
not
toys.
cold in there.
Well, that's where it was standing. It might be over there, over here. 20. 19. 19. Go.
Oh, I just threw something in there. It likes your toys.
See?
I think that was a thank you.
It's 18 degrees. What is happening? It's the coldest. It's just... Okay. Let's give you some more stuff. More toys to play with. There you go. No. The hot ghost? Oh my. We want book this. All right. There you go. Where are you? Are you near? Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Where are you? Where are you? Are you near? Are you here? Are you close? You angry? Are you ugly? Where you at? Oh, goo.
I'm pretty angry.
That was aggressive.
I wanted a nap today and I didn't get one. Makes me cranky.
Wanted a nap today. So sorry, your nap was disrupted. I got a book. All right. Show up for your photo, please. Becky Norris in 3, 2, 1. Fine. F you, lady. Get these. Go over here. Go over here. Was that the TV reflection on the mirror? Yes, it was. We have EMF 5 and ghostwriting.
Oh, okay.
Those
That's all
literally
I'm
happened
writing.
instantaneously.
Nice. Better you pull those than me.
Well, listen.
Fine. Because I'll just get a hanged man and then I'll be dead. And very sad.
Hey, I'm the Lukey guy, remember? Nailed it. Another child, yes. You just sound too loud. It sounds definitely too loud for a Myling, I'd say. So Spirit Shade. You don't have that. Well, it can't be that anyway. Hi. So it's gonna be freezing or Spirit Box.
Okay, well, it wasn't cold earlier, so...
It's 8. It's not even that cold, really.
It's getting there, I guess. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly?
No,
Where are you?
right here.
I knew that, actually. You didn't
Wow.
have to answer. Where are you? Are you here? I have a feeling it's gonna be freezing. You trying to get me killed?
No, I'm just seeing what the cards look like. Careful, SpongeBob!
See that cannon?
Bye. Have a great time. Stay away from me. No, no. No, don't do it. No, please. I'm just a boy. Not today. No, no. Let her think. You thought I was gone. I got you good. You weren't ready for it. I got you.
This is why it's better that you pull the cards instead of me, because if I had pulled them, it would have been a hanged man. And also, you're really, I can't hear you.
Listen. Oh, sorry. Hold on.
Really
sorry. Help, help. Oh, I couldn't see the door. Okay, there we go. Man, now it's all dark and stuff. I can't see anything.
I know. You made a choice, dude.
Listen.
Yeah.
Although the dots are very saturated
you
now.
pull High Priestess when you pull cards.
Look, I'm gonna draw another one. You'll be fine.
Man, I hate this game.
Look, here, let's take turns. You draw one. It'll be fine. Have we found the last evidence yet? Hold on.
It was 6 degrees last I checked.
Oh, that's 5. It's this or spirit box, right? Oh God, it's a bull door.
Ghost, he's in here. Look, it's sweet.
Wait a minute.
What?
What? I'm so confused. Man, that High Priestess would have been real handy right about now. Oh, stop it. What do we think it is? Watch me get a hanged man. I swear to God. My guess, what just happened, my guess is that that ghost got her through the wall. Because did you hear it? It sounded like the ghost was there. Like on the other side. I think the ghost was right there and then got her through the wall. It was never in the room with us. All right, so it's either going to be freezing or spirit box, and we are not getting either. Hi. Where's your? Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Where are you? Are you near? Look at the spirit box colors now. Where are you? Are you near? Are you here? Are you friendly? Are you angry? Where are you? No, we should get all three. I bet it's freezing. I could verify that with like a motion sensor or something. All right, give me a sec. Well, let me verify the ghosty first. Then once I do that, then I will do a test and see if it gets me through the wall. All right. Where are you? Wait for it. Are you near? Do two at once. Where are you? Are you near? Where are you? This has to be freezing and it's just taking a million years. Where are you? 1.0. 0.9. Good grief. All right. It's a shade break. It's a shade. I'm going to do a test real fast. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make it hunt. I'm going to make it hunt, and then I'm going to sit right over here, right next to her. Never mind. You know what? I'm just going to say F that, and we're going to break the music box first because, you know, intentions. Oh, look at the colors. Okay, wait for it. Okay, now it's here. I screwed it up. Can I do it during the hunt? I wish for life. I wish for life. I wish for life. Doesn't work during a hunt. I had to try. We'll do it again. I wish for life. Enjoy your stay. Oh, shit. I tried. Yeah, I didn't know. I've never tried it during a hunt before. I had to try. Oh, my goodness gracious. Hey, how are you? Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe it's so hard to tell if Ghosty was on the other side of that wall or not. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was crawling in the room and I wasn't paying attention. All right, we have shade. We're good. Wait for me. No! All right, Ghost, it's me and you. We're haunting this place. That's right. Can't wait for the next person to come here. Gonna haunt the shit out of them. Right? Holy long neck. Yeah. That's my name back in high school.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
I had to try.
Most dramatic dying I've ever seen.
I wished for life 3 times because it was during the hunt.
I heard.
Oh my. So my ads are literally about to start on their own. I snoozed them as long as I could. I don't know how much longer you have. We can wait for yours though on the next one.
No, let's just run them. I got 16 minutes.
Okay.
Because I was so behind.
Oh, that's okay. So was I.
I was so behind.
That's okay. So was I. All right,
yeah,
let's run them.
just run 'em.
Roger that. All right. We wait for you. There we go. Oh, man. Interesting. I still am not completely sure if the ghost was...
exactly were you testing?
I wasn't sure if the ghost was in the room with us or if it killed you on the other side of the wall.
Oh, no. It was right in front of me.
Okay, I just couldn't see it. Maybe that's why I thought that.
Yeah, interesting. It was, and with the tier 3 smudge, obviously, like...
Yeah, it just stayed right there.
Stopped it. Yeah.
That makes more sense for the instant death.
But, like...
Hey, Lago, let's go.
Yeah, that's fair if you couldn't see the ghost. But then, like, the odds of it... I called it over to murder you, and it chose me. It's fine.
Because it picked its favorite.
Well...
Hey, Becky, you know me. Hey, Weepy, what's up? It's Speedrun.
Favorite?
You're her favorite. You're her jam.
I'm strawberry jam.
Strawberry?
Yeah.
Wait, what was the jam inside of in Spaceballs? Was it raspberry? So Wild Story, what happened?
It's been so long since I saw that movie, I don't
No
remember.
one dared give me raspberry Lone Star. Yeah. So good. I need to get that movie back. That's like, I have a list of movies that I want to like re-get on VHS, and that's one of them. I need to add to the list.
You're
So
on a
good.
mission.
You and Tom had a Phantom
So you
while
have all
exploring
the
Blaze the
Disney
other day,
ones
right?
now?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
The what?
You have all the Disney ones now?
I think I do. Yeah, I have at least 40 of them.
Holy crap.
Yeah,
You've been busy.
they animated Disney VHSs. Yep, 40 of them at least. Hey, Sassy, I'm good. How are you? You have a copy I can have. I appreciate you. Yeah, I've been on the hunt. You still have VH, dude? I'll take a photo of my shelf. I have a shelf that's getting filled up. I have one that's just animated Disney movies. I have another that has live action, but also other clamshells. And then I have a shelf that has a bunch of VHSs on it and DVDs and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. You see my pop on the wall. Spaceballs is better than those because Spaceballs is amazing. It was such a good one. All right. Are your ads done?
Yes.
Okay. Let's finch it so we can show you the Bleasdales. Alrighty. Round 3, let's do it. Should you go to bed? Yes, go to bed. Go to bed.
We've arrived. Check the
Where did you find the Black Cauldron? eBay.
Investigating.
Yeah, eBay. Seriously, it was one of the best places to look.
First object nearby.
One of the best places to look.
The reason that the ghost was summoned here. Take a look.
Oh, no, you're okay, Pharaoh. I appreciate it. I should be okay. Still works. I taught my kids how to use it. Yeah, same here. So did I. Same here. Schwarzenegger, big as mine. Otherwise, I was like Sean Connery for a second. Kenneth. Thank you, Kenny. Those bastards. I'm gonna do a photo camera because it's gonna be a phantom and it's gonna disappear. Watch this. Watch this. Freaking easiest weekly game of my life. Watch this. I just have to go to the kitchen and call it over here. Ready? All right. Where's it at?
You'll never guess.
Is it here?
Garage.
Oh.
How original.
Oh.
It was looking at the car.
Kenneth Wilson. Reveal thyself. But keep your pants on.
You really are.
Yeah, sorry. The wording was a little bit fudged up there. Sorry about that. Matthew, thank you for the 2 months.
PGM. It's fine.
Sorry. It's gonna be him now. Inevitable. Inevitable. Hey. Hey, we take turns around here. Sharing is caring.
Right.
Yeah, because what if I pull the hanged man?
Yeah, that was the lesson. Hey, there's your ghost photo.
Break?
Did it disappear in the photo? Tarot cards.
You son of a bitch. Oh, my excitement went from 100 to 0. I have the most perfect photo of you holding the cards. Man, I thought that was it.
You know what? All I can see is the ghost, so...
Oh my god. It's just the perfect little photo. It's like a first-person camera view of you drawing cards. What is this shit? Oh my god. All right, well, let's try it again. All right, camera's there. We're at the ready. Are you ready? All right, this time it's gonna work. Never mind, I got sanity back. That would have been so good.
Okay.
That would have been such a good clip.
Power.
Okay, we'll just keep taking we'll just keep taking turns.
We're at the ready.
Oh.
Another high
Oh.
priestess.
I got on another high priestess card.
My goodness.
I know, crazy.
How
If you
do-
pull a
how do
hanged
I
man,
get
though, you know how
your
funny
luck?
this is gonna be?
Sun Fool.
Dang it. Because now it would be just amazing.
Now it'd just be
Tower
yeah,
card. It threw a teapot, by the way.
good troll. Oh,
We're ready.
hermit.
Damn it.
This is going well.
Not the Kermit. Devil! Nope, can't picture that.
Oh.
You know what? You know what?
Well.
You know what?
Hey.
You know what?
Wait, come back.
Oh. Well, you're gonna be blind. It's gonna be so hard to see.
No, it's fine. I wish
What?
to see the ghost. I wish to see the ghost. It's not listening. Oh, there it goes.
Okay, got a photo of it. Okay. look at this shit. They get tripped. Over here, nerd. Jen, I don't think so. No. Oh yeah, can't go in here. Forgot about that.
Yeah, fine.
Okay.
Well, some evidence would be good, I guess, at this point.
Yeah, at this point, I don't think we have any other way. I was really hoping for fast. And that just didn't happen. All right, I'll go get more stuff. Gosh, freaking darn it. That was mean. I almost thought it was real. I almost thought it was real. Get that guy, get this guy, get that guy. All right, I have dots, I have spirit box, and I have UV. Thank you for the blurb. Appreciate it. Then pull doors. No, it was a push door.
Oh, hi.
Hold on. Where are you? Are you near? Where are you? Yes, you are. Liar. Oh, we have UV and also spirit box. And it's not a phantom. It's probably a Pulte. Well, wait. Do we have a video camera at all?
I thought we did. Where did we put it? We have UV.
I didn't grab a video camera. All right, I'm on it.
Oh.
Dude, I have to I used to be able to reach the door from so far away. Now you have to be so close to grab it. Pulte pile? Yeah, we could. Yeah, they're all here.
I'm just
Whoopsie doodle. No, you're not. You're fine.
It's Monday. I'm gonna blame that.
That's fine. All right, so where's Ghosty Short standing? Like here-ish?
We have an orb.
Herbs. Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, that's my favorite. That's my favorite.
Mm.
Oh, I want to check. Oh. It did the thing. Well, it's not a Pulte.
No, but it might be mimicking one.
True.
You never know.
True. All right. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Oh, I lived.
Oh, for a second I thought it wasn't gonna come for me.
Well, we can change that.
Hey.
Talk back. Oh, son of a bitch, I tried. I am really curious how it chooses who to get when you're both in the same exact position. Very curious. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And I'm still alive. Take that.
What did you say?
I said, and I'm still alive. Take that.
Well, I am too. Some cards we found. They do crazy stuff. Ghost. I totally forgot we had a High Priestess card. I absolutely forgot.
Wait, did we?
Well, I mean, I'm here.
No, I wish for life.
Oh, no. Wait. Didn't I have a High Priestess card? Or was that last time?
Did you? You did the last time. Did you this time too?
I did, right? Didn't we say it was like crazy lucky? I
I
did.
don't remember.
Yeah.
You said you did? Oh,
No,
Keith
like,
says
yeah,
yes.
I got a High Priestess. Yeah, I totally did. I did in both games. Yeah, there we
Oh.
go. Verifiable. Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Well,
Dang
Mamake.
it.
Well, I appreciate it, though.
You're
Thank
gonna
you.
have to transfer some of that luck over to me.
It's fine. It's fine. Had it both times, yeah. All right, Mamake.
Yeah, I would like a few less hangmans and a few more high priestesses, please.
North Shore, thank you so much for the sub, dude. Welcome back. 16 months. Appreciate you.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
Not a bad one at all.
Oh my.
That's
I
lots
just
of
hit level
monies.
100.
That's many monies. Oh no, we're both level 100. Oh no. I've been waiting. I've been waiting to prestige for the right time because Bleasdale released. I'm like, well, I can't prestige now. And then like I was like, oh, well, I can't do it
Yeah.
tonight. I'll just do it another day. It's fine.
No, I'm willing to wait. I'm
Yeah,
willing
same.
To wait. I don't
I'm
know
not that
I
stressed
want
about it either.
prestige yet. Mm.
Nah. All right. So I need to ask you then. So this is
Everybody's saying though that we should both
No, we
prestige.
should
They
not.
Just want us to suffer.
Shush.
Rude.
No. This is going to be your first time at the new Bleasdale, so you tell me how you want it. Do you want to like professional game? Do you want a friendly just to do a peek? Like I'm down for whatever you want. Because I mean, I love the map and I want to walk around it anyway.
Probably a friendly, because otherwise I think I'm gonna get distracted by all the things. You
That's
know,
fair.
shiny.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I can put us on friendly and I can put us on 150 player speed.
Ooh.
Yeah. Just so we can move around and stuff.
Can we have sunrise?
Yes. And I'm going to put event frequency on high so it'll scare the poo-poo out of us.
Perfect.
Scare the poo-poo. All right. Bleasdale, sunrise. Let's go take a look at the menu map. What do you say?
I'm so excited.
Let's do the things. Let's do the things. I don't want to prestige yet. If I prestige and I go back to, if we both prestige back to tier 1, right now she can't enjoy the map.
The equipment and get set up before investigating.
Pedo.
No reports.
So-
Did you hear that?
Be careful.
Yeah.
You're going
Sunrise, you
right.
only obviously, I mean, I don't know if it's obvious or not. You're only going to hear the birds during the sunrise.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah,
nice. Though.
so nice.
I could just.
There are, if you look at your cams, first thing.
Mhm.
So there's one. There's more than one.
Okay. Front porch, I think. Back.
We'll see.
Yard.
We'll see this. We'll see this.
Side yard?
Yeah.
Ooh, back porch. Okay.
Mr. Kivo,
That's
thank you for the 2
nice.
months. Yeah. All right. Well, you may, if you'd like to do the honors. I'm just here for show.
Oh my god, it's so pretty.
Isn't it so nice?
Oh.
Yeah, I have friendly ghost on so she can see all this without having to worry about the ghost hunting.
Well, I'll take one, please. How do I get this house for myself?
I don't know. The attic might make you change your mind.
Oh, okay.
Well, we'll see. But yeah, you know, I'll just walk around. I'll just be walking around. You know, if there's any questions, please feel free. We are listing the house at a nice clean 1.2. If you're
okay. That's totally within my budget. Mhm.
okay, good. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, please don't mess with the mail. That is a federal crime. Thank you. 1.2 thousand. Nice. Ghost here. Did I just hear it toss something? So this is her first time seeing the map. So here's all the pretty pets.
I know, they're so cute.
Oh.
Puppers.
There she is. Little Miss Josie. Just hanging on the wall.
Just Josie hanging out.
Just chilling.
I like that.
Being a good
I like
dog.
that. Meow Furion's right above Josie.
I know. I should put like a little slice of pizza between them.
Really unfortunate. There's no pizza on this map.
There's no pizza on this map, no. But we do have some replacements. We have some finger foods if you're interested. Did you end up saving Mel's pet as you promised? I did. Yes, I did. Taylor, thank you for the 2 months, dude.
Ooh.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Ooh. I can touch them.
Wafers? Oh my god.
The little noise they make.
Yep. Did you see the cursed possession location?
No. Wait, there's a cursed possession. Oh, that's clever.
Oh yeah. Game on. Need to make some tea. Make some tea. Taylor, thank you for the 2 months. Welcome back. Thank you for the resubs, guys. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. All right, let's let her decide. Oh, she found her way to the next room. Okay.
Ooh, this is a hiding spot. Ooh, it's
Yes.
roomy.
Yes, and this is also a breaker location right here. This little empty spot on the wall.
Oh.
Yeah. Do cursed objects cause hunts during a friendly ghost No. On friendly ghosts, you cannot make the ghost hunt. Can't. You can't, you shan't, you won't.
I'm not sure how the shelf got knocked over, but that's okay.
It's okay, don't worry about that. No. That's just minor inconvenience.
Okay. The fact that there's not a light switch here.
Yeah, I know. There's no light switch
Here's the
there,
little
but there
one
is
there.
one here, and then there is the one,
And one.
and the ones
there.
here. So you can double the 3-way switches. Yeah. Hey, Demon, what up, dude?
Yeah, that doesn't quite make sense.
There's many things to explore. There's a many.
I still like that there's a switch for the hallway.
Low
and
key,
one
what up, dude?
location.
Well, I like that they're starting to incorporate. Oh, excuse you. I like that they're starting to incorporate 3-way switches, which is nice.
Yes, I agree. Because the fact that you don't have to walk all the way to
Yes.
one end of the room to
Sunny
turn on
Meadows
the light.
literally has the switches. It's just a matter of them making it work.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pulling a hanged man card. Well, the ghost can't kill you. Well, I
that's
mean,
not
I guess technically that is
I
the
feel like
ghost
it's
killing you.
outside.
Oh, this was the house that I
Dining
found.
room? Oh my
This
goodness.
was the one that apparently 2 U.S. presidents have lived in. Have I tried to glitch the game? No, I do not try to glitch the game. No. No, the map has been out publicly for less than a day. The last thing I want to do is say, hey, how can I break it? Careful with the outside motions lights. They count towards the fuse box. That's ridiculous. That's redonkulous. All right, so inside of the kitchen, there's a thing. Oh my. Okay, maybe there's multiple things.
There's a thing? Oh.
Oh my.
Oh. Oh my.
That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. This over here though. This guy over here though. Give that one a gander. The book right there, the black book at the end.
Okay.
You gotta pick it up probably.
Oh, yeah. Oh. I did have to pick it up because I was like, it doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
Oh, bake off.
Oh,
That's
bake.
amazing. Oh, bake off.
There's a massive bone in the kitchen.
Baking and dessert. Eggs, brown
Oh.
sugar, ground ginger. Wonder what we're making.
Do we confirm motion lights hinder the spirit box response? I have not. We have not seen that yet. What up, Shadow? You think you would ever do a flash scare
like the
compilation? I don't know.
The pumpkins.
I mean, I could. I don't know. That'd be a lot of searching going back through, man. What did we tell you about
But I can't-
your boner in the kitchen? Excuse me. I was the chef. What are you trying to do?
Feel like
So it's funny. You can't
Oh,
pick up this
stop.
knife, but you can pick up the meat.
you can pick up the meat. Yeah, no, that's kind of just what I was observing, like what you
Little
can
garlic.
and can't pick up.
Some spices, a little salt and pepper. There we
I
go.
do
And then
feel
we
like
put it
maybe
in the
we would
stew.
have a
In
bigger
the stew.
fridge than this.
In the stew. In the stew. Okay. We're just letting it breathe.
Wait, did this plate come in that pan?
You can pick
or
up the bread.
did you put it there. Oh, I can only
Bread.
pick up the top plate.
More bread. Oh my god.
More bread.
Look
Oh
at
my
this
God,
bread. Hold on. I need it to stand the way it just was. Damn it. Stand. How do I make you fall over? Oh, come on. Oh, I'm gonna make it happen. Shit. Come on. It's too far.
I'm just picking everything up and
Was that the
throwing it
ghost?
down. We're making stew? Ooh. Down.
What the? That's me? Wait a minute. What the? Oh, you can pick up the sword? Yeah, I saw that. Why am I able to move things with this? It was the bread. Inda beaning.
You and your bread doing okay?
I'm just trying to. I really want it to land so you can just see the perfection it is on the top side, but it just isn't happening. It won't allow it. That's fine. There you go. Look at that bread.
That's beautiful.
That's a beautiful
bread.
loaf. Look at that
We
bread.
can put some strawberry jam on that.
Why? No, we need eggs. We need brown sugar and ground ginger. Get it right. And also this pumpkin over
Gonna
here.
have a piece of toast with jam. Yeah. Kids.
Heyo.
Pick up the pumpkin slice.
That's right. All right.
Put it back together.
Moving on. We need to continue our tour.
Moving on. I know. Where?
Let me shut these lights off. Is it this one? Well, F's. I don't remember. Let me see. The one breaker over there. Let me check over here. Not there. It might be upstairs in the attic.
I don't love that there's cobwebs in the club.
Give me a second. I'm gonna find the breaker. There it is. Is our friend here? I don't want to ruin it. Okay. Attic hallway. Yeah. What'd you find?
Smoke.
And a pancake?
Yeah.
Bong and a blitz?
I think it just blew my mind.
Cigar and a waffle?
Cigar and a waffle.
Hold on. I'll be RB. I'm gonna get a lighter so I can light the fireplace. I don't even think I've done that yet. Ribbage, what up, man? I don't even think I've done that yet. Throw things at the ghost when it's hunting. Roger that.
Ooh, a toy.
It is a toy, also.
Lovely.
Look at this. Look at this ambiance.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my. Won't you play us a tune?
I would love to.
You're so good.
I know. I haven't practiced. in
Drop a
forever,
watering
but
can. Oh,
I
the
remember it like
boom.
the back of my hand.
I mean, you're not moving at all, which is crazy.
I'm very talented.
It's like it's like the X-Men school, like the Xavier School of the Gifted or whatever.
Yeah, I play the piano with my mind. It's one of my secret talents.
My telepathy. I'm gonna sit here nice and cozy with the fire.
Oh my god.
Never mind.
Something about the cigars, the fact that they
A little smoke trail. I know. I know.
Just so cool. Ooh.
Ghosts can now light candles and fires. Yeah, that's the word on the street. I just haven't seen it happen yet. Back to the piano. Here, I got this.
Well, now I want to learn how to play the actual tune. I do play the piano.
I could probably learn it. That wouldn't be that hard.
Yeah, no, I don't think it would be. It's pretty simple.
Can a mare turn on the motion sensor light? I believe so.
Going outside?
I was just giving a gander. Figured we're here on the first floor. We might as well.
There's more treats.
I know. Look how pretty it is with the
Oh,
sunrise. Never had one lesson. No, not on piano. No. I taught myself how to play by ear.
Who I was talking.
If a ghost can light a fire.
I like the
Yeah. I'll wait. Even
the
better.
lighting,
Even
I
better.
love
So
the
look that way. You looking that way?
Oh.
Look it.
With the
Killer
little
Fox,
gas,
thank you for
know,
the
if
sub,
they had
dude.
Little, like, fairy lights, that would be cool too.
Yeah.
Like over
Nice little hiding spot, by the way. You can't go over this way, but you can over here. I don't know about anywhere else though. Oh wait, where is it? Where's the watering can? There it is.
Oh yeah. I saw you do this. Somebody did this.
Yeah, that was me.
That's so
Boom.
freaking cool.
Boom. Why'd that just... Oh, that was weird. It like did like a double hit. You would grab the axe.
Listen, there's no potatoes, so I have to have
Ho?
a comfort item.
I was just saying, I have a hoe.
Say ho.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all I heard was ho.
Just saying, geez, really. Hadouken! Do these glitch into the walls? Oh, sure, we can break our hiding spots, but oh no! Oh, hey, is this Stanley Parable again? You have the bucket?
Yeah, somebody told me I needed a bucket.
Fair enough.
Hard to see past, not gonna lie.
That's fine. All right, so this
here
is
we
the
are.
hallway that we were already in. Look at the fire from here. It's almost like red. Oh my.
It's beautiful.
Just looking at it, yeah.
Oh man, yeah, that's so nice.
Emotional support bucket. All right, so we've seen all that. You've
Look,
seen all that.
I took it in the hole with me. We bonded.
Okay. Whoa. All right. Now you can explore up here. Can I show the spider again? If it's there, I don't know, man. It's not up to
hard
us.
see
Like,
past.
no, the bucket, yeah.
They have dying? Oh no, poor plant. We forgot to water it.
That's all right. Here. Oh. Wait for it. Watch this. Damn it.
Oh, nice.
I tried.
Ooh.
Look at these things. Here, we'll turn that light off. I don't want to pop the breaker. What's my favorite room? I think the attic bedroom might be my favorite room.
I'm gonna guess these are some really old books. Ninth Circle of Hell. Oh, well, yeah, okay.
Yep. Parents used to read me that for bed.
The Ascendant. Heavy as the Crown. All right.
Classic.
Some light reading. before bed.
Classic.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Only pick up one of those. That's
What a bitch.
was that the ghost?
Yes, it was.
Some crystals
Interesting. Did you see these?
for when we
Why?
get our fortunes.
Why is it not letting me pick it up only but on the edge?
Dude, some of this stuff would probably be like really expensive.
These objects are weird. I can't pick them up in the center, but I can pick them up along the edge.
You can pick them up. Oh, I can. I saw it for like a second.
Yeah, it's on the edge of the. I'm like, what the fuck? Why is that a thing?
Yeah, I have to like. I can't be right over it either.
No.
Oh, that's weird. It's literally the side.
Oh, that's the same with this. Oh man, I couldn't pick this up yesterday. Now I know why. What the fudge muffins? Anything else I can pick up only by the edge?
To a duel, sir.
All right, allow me to get my weapon.
Here, I have an axe for
I'm
you if
ready.
you'd like. Oh, okay. Tusk.
Horny and ready to go.
I can't see how I'm holding this from your perspective.
Yeah, it
so
looks
this
like
is
I mean,
confusing.
here, if you throw it to me real fast, it looks pretty legit.
Oh, it really does. That's sick. So cool.
Hey, confusing. How are you?
I'm a pirate.
Yar. Yar. All right, so there's our trophies. Here, we'll just we'll keep going around. We'll keep going around.
And then I saw the mirror.
Here's the
was in there.
potty.
Okay. Okay.
Here's the body.
Beautiful.
Now you can fight off the ghost. Amen. We have defenses. Defense. Look, there's even a spray above the toilet.
Oh. Yeah,
Some
I
poopery.
mean, when the ghosts are in here, they're real stinky.
Uh-oh,
Interesting.
stinky.
Only one of the two faucets turns on.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I know. Yeah, only the left side. Not exactly sure why. I think it's Obake. Is she the Obake? It might be her. Can't take the flowers.
Can't get any towels, so poor BJM is just
Right
gonna
here. Just put these in here.
have to exist without
Go.
anything forever.
That's where those belong. Put some of this over here. There we go. Oh, you can't pick up this platter? Damn.
Butler bathroom cleaner. That makes sense.
Tried swinging the sword in VR.
Is
It
that how you
lags
clean
behind.
your bathroom?
Oh, that's sad.
You soak your paper towels first.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it gets all the gross stuff. Put a little soap in there.
Learn new things every day.
Just trying to, you know, help the youth. Just trying to help the youth.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we'll wait on this one.
Okay.
Next.
So I'm not gonna lie, like this layout feels nothing like old Bleasdale to me.
It partially does, but at the same time, there are definitely things that feel very brand new. Homemade wet wipes.
Would you like to play some chess? I'm gonna have to study up on my chess moves.
Oh crap. All right, I made the first move. I'm not white, but it's fine. I went for it.
Yep, you did. You went for it.
Really awkward positions always to play chess. It's never like an actual table to like go. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why is this? Why is this a thing? Malachi, hello. How are you?
I don't remember how to play chess. Okay. Okay. This guy can go this way like that. Nailed it.
Okay. All right. Okay. I see what you're doing. Not really, because there's a bunch of shadows. So I can't tell. It looks like there's 47 pieces there.
Like we need like a lamp.
Oh, you mean like these candles that
Like,
don't
I
do
can't
shit?
even really see the colors very well from here unless I have my flashlight on.
Nailed it. All right, I'm not sitting here doing this. Oh,
No. We'll play chess later.
yeah, we'll play chess later.
Ooh. Okay.
One and only, how are you? Yeah, so something's missing in here.
I saw that.
Yep. Now it makes you want to. This locks up. Like,
We
this
got
does
one of
block
these
sometimes,
guys.
though. If it does, I mean, there's an umbrella in here. Is there anything else that we are supposed to be able to pick up that we can't right now? Oh yeah. There's also another
what are
curse object
these?
here.
What are these?
Water. Are you telling me to hydrate?
No, what are... Okay. What
Water,
are...
water, 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 water.
Listen, there's pins.
I would assume based on the aesthetics and based on like the photos we've seen on the walls that the people that own this
Probably
house
places they've
definitely travel.
traveled.
Yeah. What are those? Charity, thank you for the 2 months.
Okay. We can sorry.
You're fine. Listen, you can't be messing with other people's stuff. That's it. I'm writing a letter. Dear whoever owns this house,
strongly
please tell
worded
Break of Daylight to leave all of your things alone, or else you will file a lawsuit promptly. Stop.
Oh. I thought I could get it in the cup. Oh.
I don't think you can. Can you?
No, I think there's a hitbox on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think there's any place other than the like if you find like a trash can.
Got it right over the cup. Does that count?
No, it's got to be right on top of. Watch this. Good do. Okay, I missed. Gonna be like this one more time. Good
Oh, that
do.
one's steaming.
Oh.
What the heck?
Yeah. Hot cup of
Someone
Joe.
got me a fresh cup of coffee. That's so kind.
You know, somebody said something about looking
Anyway,
at these
sorry.
letters
I
in
was, like,
VR.
going through
That might be the
faster.
move.
I'm getting...
Because we were trying to get closer. All right. Over here.
Okay.
Up, speed up.
I was gonna say, was there another room we didn't look in?
Yeah.
The one with the really creepy mannequin. Kind of looks like. Okay.
So there's a really
They're very
important.
well
There's a really
read.
important room here. The room is the one on
yeah.
the right.
Oh. Is it the closet with the shoes?
Look at all them shoes.
Look at all the shoes.
Yeah. F these shoes. Look at them. Oh my
I do have a
god.
question. How many copies of the same sweater does one person need?
Listen, maybe
Three,
maybe it's like a
apparently.
Steve Jobs kind of thing where like you wear the same outfit so that way you don't have to think about choosing what you're gonna wear. I would wear nothing but black at all times.
Oh, well, same.
Yeah.
I was talking earlier about how 90% of what I own is black.
Yeah.
Fine.
All right, is that all the shoes from this room? Yeah, look at all these shoes. That's a Pulte Piles F them shoe dream. The map looks so good. It is so nice. But yeah, she's taking it in for the first time. After this, we'll get her into an investigation. Huh.
I'm distracted even by the closet. Okay,
I know.
We're fine. We're fine.
Half price, they pay less. Eee. Eee. I wear mostly black and have cats. Oh, see, my dog doesn't shed, which is so nice. What do you got?
Some pills.
Ooh, delish. She'll make her way over here and she'll find the stuff and the things. Hold on. What if this highlights my face? We're about to find out.
Bees. Oh, like a nice little 4-poster bed.
Mhm.
My dad used to have one of those.
My dad used to have one of those. Should you leave it on?
Maybe. Yeah.
You know what? This is a very fair. Okay, so there's a thought to be had here.
Yeah.
This is the master bedroom. What do we not
Right.
have in this master bedroom?
A shower.
Uh-huh.
Well, who needs to be clean?
That's what the toilet's for.
There's only the bathroom downstairs doesn't have a shower either, so there's only one shower in the house.
Jesus, dude.
3 bathrooms, 1 shower. I bet they don't
I've
put
seen that
on
movie.
the
Yeah. Ugh. Had to pay extra for that one. Bucket.
Sword. Okay. I mean, I thought we were just yelling things and throwing
Right.
them.
Upwards and onwards.
Oh, that looks so creepy. Look how gray and just.
I know,
creepy it looks.
comparably to everything else.
Yeah. I'm kind of actually. I do not want to see the spider. I saw a clip of.
What's it gonna do? Spider things?
Gross me out. Yeah.
This is the ghost room. Hey, we found the ghost room.
Crawly spider things now. I'm like freaked out about it. Like we did. We found the ghost room. You know what I think is really cool though is this does look like it's all the old
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that
stuff,
it is.
or like a lot of it. And
Yeah.
that's freaking cool. Like the thought of yeah. I
It's
like
gonna
that.
event on us up here and scare the shit out of her.
Dumped
She's
it
not gonna
all
be
in
ready.
the attic.
I'm looking for the spider just in case it is here. I don't see
Is
it.
it a hiding spot?
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Maybe. It depends how tall we are now. I don't know.
I don't know.
Real hard to say, and now I don't know. Maybe the ghost walk through the beads. That's what I'm hoping.
I would love to be able to like shove my.
You know, I think everybody at some point has tried to do that. We're just.
Tried to do it. Put me in. Excuse, ghost? Couldn't hear it.
I don't know where it was. Hold on,
Okay.
Blue. All right. Game on.
Wait.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Allow me. You know what's extra funny? Hold on. So, if... Okay, I did it. If I go like this, look at what beads move. How tall it is.
Yeah. It's like you're standing.
Yeah. You're 7 feet tall. All right, I'm gonna go get the breaker. There we go. I thought I heard Spooter. No? Maybe not.
Sorry, I'm
Enhance.
just like the fact that like this is entertaining me way too much. Okay. I'm easily entertained. Ooh.
That was in my left ear. That was so weird. That was so freaking strange. VR, the green exit door knobs
Oh, I love that.
are at shoulder height.
Oh my god.
Freaking weird. What map is this? This is the revamped Bleasdale that released today.
That hiding. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Umbrella.
We're letting Break have her jaunt around the balloon. I've seen the spider. Yeah. I've seen it. But she has not. The beads are probably one of my favorite things about this entire map. OG rugs. Mm-hmm. This rug, I don't know what this is from. Yeah, she's looking at the posters right now. Do you have a dream to catch?
I do. I have several.
All right, which one? The spider was at the bottom of the attic stairs. Ah, gotcha.
Probably.
Okay, that one. Got it.
Yeah. Ooh.
Nailed it. First try.
Okay, I like those lights. Oh, I like those lights with the wind. That looks really cool.
The lights are cool. And you can see this window, so that
Lights.
direction is where the truck is.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. I get what you mean. From
Mm-hmm.
outside.
See the
Ball?
window.
Yes.
You can find the spider all over the attic. Yeah, I think that the webbed areas is where it can spawn. It's just a matter of... Oh, it hit the light switch on the other side. It's just a matter of if it's there or not. And I think it's a chance of spawning. I don't think it's a guarantee. Yeah. Hey, Break.
Yeah.
Can you come here for a second? Is this freaking out to you?
Yeah. It's doing a little jiggle. It's half in the floor, I think.
Okay. All right, I was just curious.
I want you to know that I pulled a card, and it was a High Priestess card. Why? I can't die.
Unfriendly
That's
ghost.
why.
But watch, now you draw Hanged Man and it does kill you. Hermit.
Oh. Okay, I don't like that was a devil card. I don't like that it's silent.
Is it Unfriendly Ghost?
I don't feel like, is it supposed to be silent?
Not that quiet. Has to be. Okay.
Death. Wow.
Nailed it. I had death as well.
That was fun.
Oh, look, death.
Oh, look. A tower card.
That's all right. Watch this. Devil card.
That one I could hear. It was a shadow. It was hard to see, but I could hear it.
Called it.
Death again.
All right. Hermit. Fuck. It's a full card. All right.
Okay.
Well, there you go. There's the attic.
I mean, if you want to
I
get
think
out
you've.
of here and play
I think
next
yeah. I
round.
think you've explored all the things.
Yeah, I'll try not to be too distracted when we come back.
Oh no, that's okay. I'm also still going to be distracted, so it's fine. Hey Brian, how are you? Oh, I forgot the fire was going.
Whee!
Gotta go to work. See you later, dude. Have a good one.
Alright, I think the
What do we got?
ghost was...
Violet, thank you for the biddies.
Yokai.
That means if you're saying yokai, that means this is very, very easily a shade. So,
Yeah.
easy
yeah,
peasy.
that makes sense.
Shade all day.
Or a Goryo again, you know.
Well, yeah, true. Ghost can still event, yeah. I even turned the events up.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
Or the complete opposite.
It was probably so sad it couldn't do its
It's just kept trying over and over again.
But I want to murder them.
I'm even making them draw death cards, please. All right, we'll do a pro run just so that we can you can just experience the stuff.
Yeah, I like that idea. I think that sounds great.
All right, cool. Demon, I hate it here.
We've arrived. Check the equipment.
Looks really close to the wallpaper. I have, and it looks like skulls. Yeah,
Be linked to a cursed
we got
object.
sunrise anyway.
Take a closer look. Maybe it will help your investigation.
My lucky day.
Listen, Linda, listen.
Ghost event, repel, EMF.
Yeah,
Oh, this is gonna be terrifying. I don't know like where to run and hide.
you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're fine. You got all the information. You got all the info you needed. You'll be fine. Urgh. Nothing immediately. So we put this here. Okay. Go upstairs. Put this up here. Hey, what up, Prag? How are you? There. Hopefully, we can hear something that's not break. That would actually be pretty cool. Let's do zoom out a little bit. So we hear her walking. We have that much covered upstairs. Oh, that's right. It's pro. All right, the breaker's in the attic hallway. Attic hallway. Maybe something upstairs? The motion sensor lights make you jump. Fair. It's still jarring. That's her. Upstairs. It's upstairs.
The ghost is?
Yeah, I don't know where, but I heard it touch a thing. No, Miss Smith, you did not. No. Smith, you didn't miss it. Let's get this switch on. We heard it touch Nanor. We don't know where. Ghosty.
Hello, ghost? I haven't heard anything.
All right, breaker's on. No spider.
How many locations are there for the breaker?
That I know of, there's that one there. There's outside on the port, like the back patio. There is in utility. 3, I think. There might be 4. Hey, you in there?
Ghost? Can you touch a thing?
If there's another, I just don't remember what it is. Hello? Anything look out of place? Oh, boner jam. I have picked up Le Bonheur.
Oh.
Le Bonheur. Right. I know I heard an upstairs hallway door. I just don't know where this ghost is.
Okay. What if it...
I do not know. Repops, thank you for the sub. Yeah, we're talking about the breaker. Yeah. Love that you can play full songs on the piano. Well, you can play Adrift, which is the music box music. Ghost, I heard you up here, unless it's like Romy McRomerson.
The issue is it's sunrise, so it's not going to be cold yet.
Just a quick little flicker of the light. Uh-oh. Hey!
Turn off your lights.
Hey! Dude.
You know what else I have?
What you got?
Has this.
Josie.
I've been carrying it around with me.
Thank you. Thank you. Sticks, we're not worried about money. No, I'm not worried about money at all. I'm like level 106 or 109. Alright. Little Miss Josie, we save you. Alright. I don't know where this thing is. If it touched the door in the upstairs hallway, it was within that range. Which is most of the doors upstairs. Well, poop. I don't know where it is.
Neither do I. It's hiding.
Yeah.
I legitimately haven't heard of any noise. Why
Nope.
is my Sandy 72% and yours 90? What did I do?
You gave it a keys? Think there's an Easter egg? I think there's lore. As for Easter egg, I don't know about that. Wait, where was that? Was that this floor or the floor below me? Off. I have cold temps up here now. I see my breath.
Just the hallway. Yeah. Oh.
Gosh darn it. You tell me this butthole's here?
Yep.
God dang it.
Oh, we have
Oh, all right.
freezing temps.
You see a red cloth bag. Yeah, the red cloth bag was something that
Ghost, you want to show
was
us
on
a
that book
photo?
upstairs in the attic.
For fun.
All right, so we have freezing temps and that's it, yeah? Any orbicals? I don't think so. Act a little shady, a little bit. We did have the hallway light on, but there was a lot of other rooms that didn't. You know what I mean? Imagine walking down the hall and a javelin's launched at you. Oh my god. No, the ghosties give you hugs. They don't murder you with javelins. Jesus. Jesus. I think that'd be a little aggressive. Thank you for the follows. Shy, appreciate it. Welcome in. Thank you, thank you. Still could be a gin. Yeah, as long as it doesn't turn off the power. Yeah. Might have to bring some more stuff like this in there. The only thing we have is freezing. That's it. Actually, I'm gonna do this. Let's be safe about this. Let's be safe.
Did you know we have writing?
No, because it didn't do the thing when I left. Demon, Revy, Shade, or Moroi. I have a feeling this is a shady butthole.
Oh no.
Skeet up, bot up.
A shady butthole.
Oh no. Not a shady butthole. Oh, was there UV or no?
Not the butthole variety. No, no UV.
Not the butthole variety. Mom Savage, how are you? The ghosties, they're okay. Not too bad. This is Break's first official game on this map. Alright, well, it can't be Doots. It's walked in one singular salt, so it's probably going back and forth between there. I guess I'll go get Spirit Box?
Oh, we're never gonna get EMF 5 if it's a shade.
No, not unless we get away from it. I mean, no, we technically can. Like, okay, so hear me out.
Standing in here.
Well,
right?
no.
Yeah.
So we stand. Well. Okay.
Excuse me? Excuse me. What is happening?
That salt line, I know. So hear me out.
Okay.
So if we take
Yeah.
all this stuff, put it on the floor, and then we take this sword, we give it a weapon, we take this sheath, and also give it another thingy. See? Give it all to Tings. Then if it's a shade, and we're out of the room, it'll do interactions, then we can get EMF 5 and easy peasy. Do you have an EMF?
No, I have a camera.
Well, that makes it very difficult to get EMF 5.
But you're asking for a lot, you know?
I just want a few couples.
A little too right now.
Oh, hey, look, an EMF.
Hey, look.
All right. So I'll put this here.
It doesn't need
I'll
more
stand
things.
over here.
We can give it all the things to play with, you know? Can I have one of these medals? That would be kind of cool. Give the ghost a medal. Give the ghost a medal!
Where did it do it? I heard it. It did a thing. I heard it. Was it the candle? Oh. Oh, it was inside here. Must have did it through the wall.
I'm not giving it arrows. I'm just giving
Hex,
it
how are
arrows.
you? All right. Then I'm going to give
fine.
it that arrowhead.
I'm also gonna give it this
Ghost,
service
are you
link.
horny?
All right. Okay, I heard it throw something. Or
It
was
did.
that
It was
you?
EMF 3.
Okay. Play with more stuff, Ghost.
Here's a crystal. Paper towels. Maybe it wants paper towels.
Wait.
Give it the steak from
Oh
the
my
kitchen.
gosh, this is another one that you can only pick up
Yes,
from
the
side.
edges. Yes.
Why?
I don't know. Nothing.
Oh, I feel
Got it.
like I'm opening all these cupboard doors. I feel like I'm playing Repo again.
Come on, Ghost, do it.
Searching all the cupboards for goodies.
It's gotta be a shade. Oh, event, repel. Was that the sword? It's like we gave it a bunch of stuff to mess with. Choose your weapon. That's how you pick them up. Oh, okay. Okay. The ghost didn't like your piano playing. Well, maybe you weren't playing Adrift. Maybe you were playing like, oh no, Ed Sheeran or something. And the ghost doesn't like it. Damn. Yeah. Ghosty's not a fan. It's not going to do it. It's just being
Okay,
very...
what are our other options? Have we tried Spirit Box or looking for...
I don't think we have.
We just made an assumption. That sounds right.
Wow, dude.
It wasn't just you. I was rolling with it.
Okay, well, I feel like we can cross the orbs off.
I'm just waiting for the EMF 5. Shades will not throw objects with the player, with any player in the room with it. If there's a shade in the room and a player standing in the same room, the ghost won't throw objects in that room. Oh, that's crazy. Where did I just see that? I can't believe it. We have EMF 5. No way.
Whoa. Shocker.
Witness a ghost event and repel. I mean, is it even worth it?
Oh. Well, I was gonna see. Do we know what cursed possession?
No, I don't know if I've looked. I can look and see if it's the paw. Not the paw.
It's your favorite.
Oh, my toy. Well, aren't you two professionals? We tried, damn it.
This would count as an event.
There's a
right?
great looping spot with those cases open. Now, that's not a looping spot. I
And
know
we
what you're
can
talking
repel
about.
at the same time, but I need a smudge.
Okay. Look at these frickin' doggies and kitties. Is this open? Hey. We just need to repel and escape. So, I mean, repel and witness a ghost event. Well, shit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to be up there with it. All right. At the right, Abe?
I'm ready.
All right.
I have no idea where to hide, so probably not actually ready, but I'm ready.
You'll be fine. Oh, shit. Hi, friends. Oh, shit. Watch out. Ma'am, you can F right off. No, thank you. Wait, is Break dead? Wait a minute. Why is this hunt so long? Thank you for the raids. Hi, guys. Fwiffy, Firefly, hello. Oh my god, you're alive. I was like, why is this hunt so effing long?
Stressful. Well, cursed hunt, I guess.
Dude, okay, so yeah,
map?
that really caught me off guard when it did its shady thing and evented as a no ghost. I was like, oh god.
Oh, I didn't even. I was so confused because I was inside us, but I couldn't hear.
My
That
god.
makes sense.
During the hunt. Yeah.
I was
we were trying to get the objectives done.
I ran in the closet.
Well, you did a great job.
But we're gonna pretend like it is.
Well, I forgot. It's not only is it a cursed hunt, but it's also a medium map, so it's gonna be decently
Yeah,
long. But man, that just felt like it was forever.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Look at that though. I mean, yeah, it was a stinky
We
shade,
did
but that's
it.
a perfect first game for you. Let's go.
And look, little Josie, she's so cute.
And little Josie's here. She's all safe and sound, ready, looking regal as ever. Let's go. Stupid shade. Just had a glitch. I had no cursed item at all in the new Bleasdale. If I had to guess, if you had no curse, maybe it was Frank and it just didn't spawn the way it was supposed to.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
Shady, shady, shade.
Our luck with ghosts tonight. Oreos, shades.
I know. It's not going well for us.
No.
All right. Do we kick it up a notch?
Yeah, might as well. I'm down.
All right.
This might be a bad idea, but it's fine.
It's fine. I'll supply. I mean, we're both level 100. So is that what that's what?
Well, yeah.
But
yeah,
B,
yeah.
you know, we figured we'd kick it up a notch. So no sanity, no evidence. We go in and it can hunt.
Do you think I'm Tater? Is
No,
that
you're
what this
fine.
is?
You're fine. No. There's a grace period.
No, wait. You said no sandy, no evidence, but
Correct.
hiding? No hiding.
It's on nightmare settings preset, I think.
But you turned off the sandy or you left the sandy?
Sanity is, we don't have any. It's gone.
Oh, okay. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Ant, thank you for the 4 months. Blood Moon, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you guys. If you guys have to raid and run, by the way, I appreciate you so much. Thank you guys. Yeah. Okay, do we want to run ads first or do we want to just go for it?
Yeah, let's just run them.
Okay, roger that.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I'll probably die in less than 11, less
No,
less
you
time
won't.
than we
You'll
have
be
until
fine.
ads. But like, this is fine.
No,
this is
you
fine.
won't. It's going to be successful. It's going to be a
Whatever.
winner. It's fine. All right, 3 minutes of ads. 3 minutes. If you're not subbed, if you don't have turbo, we'll wait for you. We're purposely running them together so that way we can make it sure that nobody misses anything. So whether you're a part of Break's community or mine, you're good to go. Hi. Probably better running ads now. Yeah. Halfway through the hunt. Yeah, that would suck. That would suck a lot. Tay, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Appreciate you. Brian, thank you for the sub. Firefly, thank you for the 3 months. My goodness. Can we get a Blood Moon next game? I mean, well, I can't exactly make that happen. I did post my Blood Moon video today, though. The first Blood Moon that I ever did gets. Had the mirror in Bleasdale. What? No, we had the music box. We didn't have the mirror. You promised her everything, but you not trying to kill her again. Well, listen, I don't know. Listen. I'm not going to, I swears. I'm not going to try to anyway. Copper, thank you for the biddies. If you truly believe. Oh my God. Do you wear the same black hat? No, I have multiple. I wear the same one on stream a lot though. Yeah. Is the map out for everyone? Yes, HM it is. Kills herself more often. Yeah, she usually plays with the tarot cards and gets Hanged Man card like all the time. I don't know why. I don't know why her luck is so bad with those damn cards, but it just is, man. It's so funny. Honest opinion about the new Bleasdale, it's amazing. It's amazing. The work that they've done on that map is really promising to know that they can do that, because that means they can do some crazy stuff in the future. Yeah. So it's all just an accident. Yes, it is. Listen. First game of the new rework was a Blood Moon. I saw a couple people saying that, which is wild. Wilds. Ay. Oh, nobody yawned. I'm sorry. I didn't sleep well last night at all. My apologies. My bad. Maybe. Oh, shit. It's a devil. Oh, my God. Monsieur a devil. Oh, you lovely man. How the hell are you, dude? How was your stream? Hi. Negotiate, Crystal. I don't think that's how that works, friend. There's a reason we wait. There's a reason we sit here and do nothing and wait for them to be over.
I'm jealous because you have all of the trophies.
Well, you can just go. I'm sure they sell them like you know, eBay or something. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can just
Yeah.
put them in the game for myself. So the 2 that I don't have are the ones from 2022.
See, what you do is when people are like, hey, can I see your trophies? You're like, yeah. And then you pull up a photo of like someone else's trophies or like yours and you make like, you do like little, you do like a little hand drawing of the trophies that are supposed to be there.
Oh, there we go.
Like a little post-it on the window here.
Little hand-drawn post-it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was good. What'd you do?
Snow globe. I can do that.
I think a little post-it on the front here.
My
What it's
drawing
supposed to be would be good.
My drawing skills are minimal, but I could do a pumpkin and a snow
Hey,
globe.
I'm wearing my toe shirt today, by the way. It was in honor of.
Oh?
Yeah.
In honor
Yeah.
of.
Yeah. It's toe. Worth a shot. Oh man, Los Nooch. Thank you for 3 months. Alrighty. Well, it's time to get chaotic.
Toe. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. No
Not
evidence.
emotionally prepared, but this is fine.
You're fine. No evidence, no sanity. Easy peasy. We'll get this less than 3 minutes. Nightwolf, thank you for the 1 year.
All right, we're here.
Ooh, listen, Linda, listen. Ooh.
It's true. I haven't.
I forgot.
picked
I
yet.
forgot that this is my preset. Vlog.
Oh.
All right. I am going to go crucifix, smooge, and maybe a second smooge. The power should start on. The power's going to start on.
Oh, okay.
Hey, gaming,
Okay.
you're fine, friend. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
I only ever do this on Tanglewood. This is not
It's
fine.
Look, see, the power's already on. If anything happens, you just run away real fast. I don't know where to, but somewhere.
I don't know where to. But just, if you
Game on! Be at the ready. Hunting? It's R. There she goes.
Normal, please. Forward.
Callie, thank you for the biddies. What's my origin? From my mother. Doing zero evidence. I figured I figured we'd kick it up a notch. You alive?
I don't want to talk about it.
But did you die?
It was real close, Flash. It was real close.
I don't know where the breaker is, but she popped it.
Oh, that's rude.
Sag. Can it see through the tub curtain? I don't think so. No, that breaks line of sight. Kaza, thank you for the 4 months. Anonymous! Well, somebody is giving away one of the shirts that I am wearing currently right now. If you type join in chat, you could win a toe shirt. I wish I knew where she was coming from. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Yee. Oh, spicy.
So, So I smudged her. I ran downstairs. She decided to follow me, and I was panicking. And she
You're
was
fine.
about to catch up to me when she decided to end the hunt. It was so fucking close.
You're fine. Look, see, you're breathing. Everything's good. I wonder if she's out here. I don't think so. Oh, maybe. She might be in utility.
I think she's in utility. I did drop a crucifix in there.
Okay. We'll see what happens. Right, GG's. All right, you ready? I need confirmation vocal. I need vocal
ready.
confirmation.
I'm
okay.
ready.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah. I think. Not really, but yeah, you know.
Oh, Jesus, lady. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh, I dropped my sponge. She just touched this door?
Yeah, that was me.
No, this door.
Oh, she did?
Yes.
Is she not in utility?
gonna try to find
Is
the
she in
power.
hallway after all?
Oh, I don't know anymore.
God, she is in utility.
All right, I'm gonna go get the power. I think it's outside. I got it. I got it. Oh shit. Okay, thank you for the gifted to Rye. Oh, thank you guys. Poison, thank you for the sub, dude. We've got the juice. I can't see shit.
Line of sight?
I hope you don't think I can hear you. It's very muffled.
No. Does the
Mother.
railing
That
block
that
line
better
of sight?
that better a
Maybe
bit what I
might
think
have
that
been a
was.
cruci.
Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah.
It's fine. I assume that it does. I did make a recommendation to them about voice, and I don't know like what they're capable of doing, but the fact that it is completely muffled. If I go stand over here, so you stand on the stairs here, okay, right here where I am.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me? Hmm. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
like, even this, someone walking in the front door, you should be able to speak to them. There should be almost like reverb in your voice from traveling from there to there.
Right. Like
Yeah.
the way the ceilings and everything are, you should be able to hear somebody from up here. I agree.
Yeah.
The sound propagation, especially on the stairs, needs some.
Yeah.
That would make Point Hope infinitely better too.
I think so too. Agreed. I don't know what they need to do to make that happen, but that would be wunderbar. Hunting. They should make a map like the Haunted Mansion Disney movie. Oh man, Haunted Mansion, I'm down. We're like two kids watching their parents fight. So I assume you can't loop this, right? Jen, hello. Oh.
I don't want it, Rhonda.
You better run. Did you see how fast she's going? Oh my God. Jen, thank you for the raid. How are you? You okay?
Barely.
I don't know what this thing is. Jen, thank you so much. How was your stream?
Did she look like she was kind of solid, or did she look normal, Links, to you?
I think she looked normal. Is this a double bite? It's a double bite, right? Wait, or is that a single? Is that a single? No, they're both okay. Yeah, these crucifixes have been easted, so they're gone. Saving Josie. Chilling in the Bleasdale fancy house. Yeah, that's what we're doing. All right. Josie's outside. Everything's fine.
You're just gonna leave me in here alone?
No. I put her plate out front. I'm in here.
Oh, Josie's outside. I thought you said you were.
No, she is. Said go potty. How can you tell? You can tell by the look of the crucifix whether it has had a bite taken out of it or not. Yeah. I'll watch it again. No, that looks normal to me. Am I good here? We're about to find out. Morbid, what up, dude? Josie's on a vacation far away, I thought. Are those double doors a line of sight? Yeah, the ghost can't see through doors. They can't see through doors. Okay. Crap, I forgot to update this. Oh, are you kidding me? There we go. E.
You know that you know you can like. Okay.
What?
The
What?
way when you're hiding, like obviously the ghost, it breaks line of sight for the ghost, but your little arms are popping out.
Well,
like,
look.
You know, it's like a kid playing hide and seek. You can't see me.
Can it see me now?
Oh, she's hunting again.
She is hunting. Played earlier, I was wondering if the dining kitchen's 2 rooms. Oh, she's in the attic. All right. Well, this one is turning into a butt. Cold in both rooms. It should be 2 rooms. Oh my God. Well, enjoy not being able to see. Did that hunt fast? Is this a demon? What up, Evil? How are you? What a mess. That seemed like it hunted quickly.
I was gonna say, what if it's just a demon because it ate all the crucies already?
It might be. I'm cool with that. Do beads act as a door? They do not break line of sight, I don't believe. All right. Ghosty's done. I'm taking the fake candle and I'm getting out of here. Jeez. Disaster area.
Go get like some salt for her walking.
Josie.
Oh, Josie's all nice and safe.
Had to save her from the demon. Hopefully it's a demon. Yeah,
we
Bam,
just
of course, dude.
Saying demon and run.
Frickin' demon. Over there.
I'm fine with that. It's something fairly normal.
Absolute jerkhole.
Yeah.
All right. I'm cool with demon. It might not be, but I say we go for it.
Okay.
Use the cheat sheet today. Let's go. Dude, it is so useful. Especially during Blood Moon. Like, how are you supposed to memorize 15% extra speed? It's just, it's not worth remembering.
Welcome back.
Oh.
Dang,
Looky
dude.
there.
Dang.
Yeah, I was like, once I thought about it, because I had smudged it twice, It burned all of the crucifixes. I don't
I
know
went
if
to
you
go
ever
downstairs
smudged it.
out to the front
But it
door, and
just
I was like,
seemed like it
oh,
was
it's
hunting
hunting
crucifix.
again?
Oh.
Look at that. No sanity, no evidence. Look, you act like these are harder.
I was so stressed, dude.
Jeez. All right, we don't have to do that again. Do you want to do another Bleezy, or do you want to do a normal map?
I'm down for whatever. Do you want to switch it up and do like a normal one?
Sure. Keep it fresh.
I know you've been doing a lot of Bleezy.
Been doing a lot of Bleezy, but I mean, I definitely don't mind it.
access.
I definitely don't mind it. Is the cheat sheet cheating? No, it's an unofficial.
hurt to
It's
switch
an
it up.
unofficial guide. They just call it a cheat sheet.
Oh, did you say me choose? I was.
Oh no,
framed.
yeah, you could choose.
Listen, Bleasdale over all the new just like completely overwhelmed my brain. It's all
I
like
know.
shiny and sparkly, and I like and the ADHD has taken over.
I know. Fair enough. It's okay.
Maybe we just go do a nice cozy ridge.
Nice cozy ridge. I'm down. Well, I mean, at least with this one, we don't have to worry about.
Right. Check the equipment.
Wait, I said it's a nightmare, right? Yeah, I did. Okay. Okay. J. Jones.
Attempt my brain back together.
I know.
Be careful out there.
All right.
Bobby, what's
I'm
up,
gonna
dude?
find this ghost because it's gonna blow out my firelight.
All right. You're gonna have it blow out your firelight
thing.
twice, super fast, and we're gonna know it is Andrea. We can leave.
Oh, that'll be perfect.
All right, let's go. Josie's little smiley picture. Yeah, she was so happy just sitting in. I'm fairly certain that was her sitting in the kitchen just after we gave her a bunch of scraps. Just a bunch of like
Kinda
scraps,
weird
but it's
being
basically
back
like
on
us
that
making
level
chicken and then her
used
getting
to.
everything. Oh my word.
I don't know how to feel.
Oh my.
Did you order the ribs?
Where are you? Where are you? Goodbye.
Do you have a camera?
Boys' bedroom.
Boy's bedroom.
Why do I use both flashlight and headlight? Because I'm going to end up dropping the
All right.
flashlight anyway, and then I can see with the headlight. Makes it easier to see. Makes it easier for stream, because if I'm just doing this, that's how much light you
That's the
have.
one
But if I'm doing
down
this,
here, right?
I have that much light. Yeah. Twig, think of the 10
Jake?
months. Wait,
Jay?
is that over here? Isn't this the boys' bedroom?
Boy's bedroom?
Yeah,
I
there's a
honestly
car,
have no
there's
idea.
another car. It's 4 degrees. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I think so. Yeah. Nice. All right. Roger that. Will you do the choose cursed object video, Bleasdale? What? What? What video? 6 foot. What up, homie? 26 months. Morgan, how are you? The what video? The what? We'll do these. We'll do these. Galaxy, how are you, dude? Welcome in. There's a pets channel. There is a pets channel. What do we got? I turned on the goo light to see if there was any goo on him. I couldn't tell. Oh my goodness. Oh my Leota. What a creep. What a creep. It gooed on me.
Oh, but it hasn't blown out my firelight. How rude.
Well, it gooed on me. Rye, enjoy the shirt,
I
friend.
guess it likes you.
Oh, I don't reciprocate that emotion.
You know, now that I think about it, ghosts seem to like you a lot.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. that hunting? Is that what I just witnessed? You were saying? You're fast.
I was trying to bring in a
Ghost
crucifix.
seem to like you a lot.
No, I got to like the top of the stairs though, and it wanted. It's because they don't like me. They want to murder me.
Oh, murder.
Yeah. Murder.
Judas. So it was fast,
Sorry?
right?
No.
What?
Did it sound fast to you?
I thought it did outside.
From outside? No, it sounded normal. Where are you?
You know what? I bet the piano hiding doesn't work anymore. How much you want to bet? I bet that hiding no longer works. Okay. I was curious. Just the speeds are throwing me off, man.
We don't have evidence, right?
Not that I just threw the book.
Just the fact that it's trying to murder us.
I also tried
Also,
to.
like, where did it hunt from? Because
Roxanne.
all right.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Oh, ghost.
Right.
Ghost. On the word Roxanne. Apparently.
No, it gets excited.
There we go. Where are you? Are you here? Are you close? Are you friendly? Where are you?
Ziggy, thank you for the 2 years.
Where are you?
Hex, thank you so much for the sub.
Where are you? Close. Oh, you little stink. You hear
Oh,
how
you,
it's not answering me until
oh,
it
you little
invented?
stank.
You little stink. All right. Well, we have a spare bone.
Okay. That's it.
That so far.
Did you
as
get a
far as
ghost
I
photo?
know. No.
Here, I'll get it. Watch this. Roxanne. Maybe just went to you. Here, I'll back out.
Oh, jeez. Did it throw the book?
It did
We're
earlier.
not gonna get writing. Okay.
All right, down is smudge. Down is
It's not
smudge.
that cold. Like it's 5, so it's not that.
You know what is cold? His
It
curly
might
fingers.
technically- It might technically be in the bathroom. I think it's colder in there.
Is it taking a poo op? Oh, you taking a poo op? Hey. Hello?
Yeah, no UV. Probably gonna die.
Hunting
but I'm
in
gonna move these
5,
dots.
4,
Listen,
3,
don't do that to me.
2, 1. Commence death strangle.
Okay. That's me. That's me.
What else does it do?
Some of us are doing actual work here.
Hey, listen, I'm just ready.
There's your ghost photo.
Hey, I'm gonna smudge it.
Okay. I don't have a smudge. So
Well,
that
I bought
seems
us some
like a
time.
really
I
great
bought us.
idea.
I bought us at least, you know, a couple seconds.
Okay. So I didn't see orbs.
All right. What else are we missing? You have Sparate box. Where are you?
Yeah.
Are you near?
That was taken.
Well, why did they do that to you? Could it be a Goryo? No.
Could be freezing. Could be dots.
Could just be stubborn. Where are you? Are you near?
In a way.
Getting a wee. Well, this is the place to do it. Where are you?
That is true.
Where are you? Where are you?
Toasting
Are you near?
from behind.
No.
Oh, go in. What's Chinggis always say? He's taking the back door because that's the kind of guy he is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get some protection. Yo. Nothing. Nothing. Ninja! What up, dude? We'll bring this too.
We have freezing.
Oh, my Lanta. More Onryo? Never to return again. No, I'm gonna hurry. I made it. Okay. Run! This way, you asshole! I think she's okay. Maybe? She's not okay. How stream's good? How was yours? I would assume the fridge still does work because the height is fine. You don't sound normal. Is that twins? Played Outlast? Oh, what a game. Break, are you okay? I know she's not. I'm just gonna listen to the speed again. Where'd she die? Was it over here? Really got ahead of yourself there. See what I did. The ghost was upstairs and it was interacting with the lockers. What? I thought I heard that coming downstairs. I'm gonna have one more hunt, then I'll go. It's a feature? Yeah, I guess. Oh, I don't have a smudge. Oh well. I'll be fine. Are you doing that? She shouldn't be able to do that. Oh, there's one. That's where it was. I knew I dropped it somewhere. No, as a ghost, you can't open and shut locker doors. Is that another change that we don't know about? The ghost interacting with things on the floor above or below it? If that's the case. Woof. Woof. It's not like Slow Twin. Yeah, I want to hear it again. Keep you on your toes? Yeah, because if the ghost is hunting below you, it can interact with shit above. Yeah, that sounds like twins. Unless it's a new feature. All right, I'm going twins, getting out of here, bring you back. Twins is technically only one ghost. It's not actually two. The best way to think about twins is to think one ghost with two separate interaction ranges rather than thinking of two separate ghosts. So you need to think there's a main ghost that has one 3-meter range and then another up to 16-meter range. It's almost like wearing two hula hoops. One is smaller and then one is massive. So you're not going to have twins where it's interactions upstairs, interaction downstairs. It's all on the same floor. So the reason that they call it twins is because it can hunt at either a fast speed or a slow speed, making it feel like there's two different ghosts. It can also interact in two different places at the exact same time, which really gives it away that it's twins. But I mean, you have to really be listening for that to happen, but it's definitely possible. Unfortunately, Break's dead in the other bathroom, or else we could look at her with the camera. All right, I'm out of here. Let's go twins, unless I'm being duped and it's not twins, but it was fast, slow, fast, slow, fast, slow. Yeah. F them shoes. Roger that. Roger that.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Can't really explain that.
How it touched the lockers? It's
While it was upstairs
Yep,
hunting, touching
feeling
all the stuff in the
issues.
garage. Yeah.
Wait, seriously? It was while it was
While it was hunting, that's how I ran
While it was
downstairs.
hunting.
It was hunting and it was opening, touching the garage locker doors.
Okay, now that is a little. That's weirder than it doing it. Like,
So-
because I thought you meant it just was doing it, but while it was hunting,
While
is
it was
really weird.
hunting.
I don't think I've ever. Yeah.
So
Hmm.
does that mean whatever they've done to the player models to make it to where we can no longer hide in those places, is it like they also did something to the ghosts where the ghost interaction range is bigger and it can interact with more things? Is the ghost taller too?
Maybe.
Dude, I don't know. I kind of want to do this just for memes though.
Good question.
Yeah. Yeah, let's try. Let's see. Very interested.
You've arrived. Check vehicle
Well,
It's
all I
alright.
know is
investigating.
I was like the ghost's gonna hunt, and then yeah, it started hunting, and I was already moving to like make my way downstairs, but it hunted from the freaking hallway. That's how I died. It was just it hunted from the hallway on me, and it was just right there. Anyways.
Your head was stuck in the wall. It was pretty funny.
For me, I was bent over the toilet.
Oh my. I have an awesome screen grab somewhere of Song dying at the porta potty at Maple, and his head, like, it looked like he was throwing up. It was
Head
really
in the
funny.
toilet.
Yeah.
Oh no.
All right, it's just snowing.
Her is.
F them shoes. Well, we can't hide at the end anymore. So I guess we got to be extra careful, SpongeBob, now.
I guess. I just don't know what's gonna happen.
All right. I got the power. Remember when Song died breakdancing? Yes, I will forever remember that. I have it immortalized in a thumbnail. Leah, what up? How are you? Ooh. Wait. Is that back here? I believe we don't have a mare that is also in the laundry. Want to see that clip? Yeah, hold on, let me get. Oh, she has a UV. Crap, that's okay. Run. So is it confirmed the player model is tall? We don't know. We don't know. Whatever it is, whatever they've done, it has changed a bunch of stuff, though. We hear you, dog. Hey, you know the ghost is down here, right?
Yeah.
All right, good talk.
Maybe I just like the upstairs. There's lots of toilets.
I'm gonna go get a smudge.
Your silence makes me uncomfortable, but that's fine.
I'm just getting a smudge. Better safe than sorry. No, it's the mirror. I mean, I thought I saw it right here. Yeah, it's there. Hey, how are ya? Patch, 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 patch. All right. I've got Crucy down there. We got a ghosty that was in here. It is 1.0. Excuse me.
Yeah. Oh.
You didn't even
Right.
wash your hands.
No, I didn't. We got writing.
And you wonder why you
heard
get the
that.
you wonder why you get the hangman card so often.
Because I won't wash my hands.
Yeah, the ghosts are sanitary. They're like, oh, you want to see some dirty hands? Huh? You want some dirty hands? Not freezing, but very close. All right, I'll get more stuff. Oh, ghost fat. The ginormous handprint tent glitch. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Very old clip. Very old clip. We don't really do anything. I don't think so. No, it's capture a photo. Okay, we're good. Vin Schlee. What up, homie? You're a barrel clip. No.
No.
Ah,
Oh.
where are you?
Were you waiting for Flash? He's here now.
Are you here?
You can.
Are you
show up for
near?
the photo.
I'm ready. Gloria Anderson, please reveal thine tush.
Say cheese,
Gloria.
Gloria.
Maybe she wants
No.
you to sing her a song. Where are you?
What are we singing?
That's
I
a
got like Twinkle
fantastic-
Twinkle or like Happy Birthday. Or
I think that's
like-
kind of like karaoke. Like there's some options.
Oh,
Do you by chance
yeah.
know Mambo number 5?
No, not the words.
Yeah.
Are there even words in
Not
that
the
song?
words. Okay, what do you know about it? Sorry, I only know the guitar. I don't know the rest of. Uh-oh. David, thank you for the gifted. That did say interaction. Yeah, okay. The Olive Garden birthday song. Yeah, there you go. Swissy, thank you for the prime. Hey, Ghost. Wait, is there hiding anywhere over here? I should probably check for that now. Now that we kind of have to. Although, technically, you can still go over here. You can still tuck right there. Tuck right there and cover. Or over there. Well, nope, not over there. Dang, dude.
And the fact that she wants to murder me.
Why is it spicy?
Why does it want to murder me? What did I do?
I don't know. Why doesn't it want to show up for a photo? Do we have one crucifix? Oh, that was probably it, huh?
EMF 5.
Megs, hello. Trying to run. Trying to run. Hadouken! Spirit Shade Myling.
Gloria, you still gotta show up for a photo,
F, Stu.
ma'am. Yeah, the EMF 5 was off of a very aggressive door touch. So
Okay.
Could definitely be
A
a
little
shade.
bit just go here, right? Jump up, jump down, move it all around. Put your hand in the wind. Oh man, haven't heard that song in a really long time.
What song was that?
Mama number 5.
Class? Oh.
Wow.
Apparently I don't know that song. I take it
Apparently
back.
we don't get the classics. It's fine.
Apparently we're not educated.
It's all right. I'm gonna have my
I've
children
heard it
singing that song.
before. It's just been 35 years.
What happened?
What? I said I'm sure I've heard the song before. It's just been forever.
Oh.
Like, if I heard it, I would be like, oh, right. But in the interim, my brain is potato.
Roger that.
Yeah.
I'm ready for this
I'm
photo
trying to
whenever it's ready.
Escape your room. It's not. She didn't want to. I asked nicely.
It didn't sound too recognizable. Hey!
I told her what the plan was. She definitely moved in here. I see my breath now. I told her what the plan was. I said you're gonna whisper, then you're gonna show up for a photo, and she doesn't want to listen.
Maybe you didn't say the secret word.
Pineapple?
No, I feel like it's something different. Like something really, really off the wall, you know?
Tomato.
It's gonna be something like fallopian.
Liberty gibbet. I don't know.
What was it? One more time?
I got nothing.
Oh yeah, I forgot!
Yeah, I really like that. Not gonna lie.
You know what it's
Laurie,
waiting
I'm
for?
getting sick of your nonsense.
It's probably waiting for you to wash your hands. It's probably disgusted at this point. Hey. 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 I'm not a fan.
I washed my hands in the kitchen sink. You just didn't notice.
In the dirty water?
No, it was clean. The ghost didn't touch it.
Oh, I feel like I'm being told porky pies.
It won't event. It's done like one breath event. That's it.
In the poo water?
I'm doing my
Why are you
best dance
teabagging the
moves
g-
for her.
You're like doing some squats. You're like, well, if I'm gonna be here, I might as well just get exercise in here. And 1 and 2, and 1 and 2, and 1 and 2. And 1
Wasn't
and 2,
it?
and 1 and
Like-
2, and 3 and 4.
I can't hold still. Brain.
And 1 and 2, and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 1 and 2.
It's,
You got this. You got this. I believe in you.
smudging? Okay, yeah.
Hey, don't reach through the wall, you bitch.
Did you get it? That's the question.
No.
Wow.
Damn, I tried.
Oh, yeah, you did.
That's okay. It doesn't matter because she's going to event and we're going to get it right now.
I have a feeling she's a shade, you know?
I have a feeling she is too. This is really garbaggio that this is what we keep getting.
Yeah, do we just need to, like, restart the game? Reset our luck?
At this point, have you noticed break in every photo you've
At this
missed?
point, yes.
That's a good point. You know,
Can we just go?
Every photo that I've tried to get of the ghost where I did not actually get a ghost photo, you've been in it.
Oh, so you're blaming me.
We're pointing out common themes. There's no blame happening. There's no finger pointing. It's just, hey, I noticed a thing.
I hope this is a spirit and not a shade and you get the ghost wrong. I said what I said.
Okay. All right, let's leave.
Correlation does not equal causation.
Don't use your big words on me. I had a long day, okay? Rude. Rude.
Well, I'm gonna leave.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, nice time. Bye.
You know what? Just it's probably a shade. I'm gonna go spirit for the memes, because then if it's right, then if it's
Not
right, it's
showing
gonna be really really funny. But we think it's a shade. It's not doing anything.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
It was never gonna happen.
Stinky freaking shade. Gosh dang it.
Thank you, frickin' shade.
Gosh dang it. We keep getting cursed. Maybe it wants us to go back to Bleasdale.
That's probably.
Dude, we
why.
keep getting shades out the wazoo. It's really obnoxious. Yeah. The ghost is going to be in the living room.
Entryway.
Okay. Excuses to do please.
We've arrived. Check the equipment.
And the bone is going to be
Jazz.
trophy room.
Well, that sounds like an exciting ghost.
Must have summoned the ghost
You like
with a
jazz?
cursed object. Investigate
Like
it.
jazz.
I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to treat this almost like a larger map. Yeah. Tis
I
the
mean,
plan.
it technically is.
It's a medium. I mean, it's bigger.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so many orbs. Oh, shit.
There are.
Yeah.
All right.
Do you play with brightness on full? I do. So many orbicals. They're all gonna laugh at you. Jesus Christ. Upstairs.
Wait, did you seriously get a like whisper already, or did you just hear something?
Upstairs. Master bathroom.
So precise.
I'll leave this here. We need to turn the power on. So I was wrong about the ghost room. Shit. No spooner. Okay. Walked in, turned the sink on.
Oh.
Hadouken!
Wait, is the master bath its own room?
Hold. Let me pull up my map. So, thanks to the amazing people like Severely Zero, we already have the new map inside of my
It
Discord.
is colder in the master bath than the master.
Allow me to pull this up and show you. So, we already have this in the Discord ready to go. This tells you where the cursed possessions are. It tells you each floor, the different spaces, what they're called. So you can see the master bedroom. You have the ensuite bathroom and the walk-in wardrobe. And then there's the first floor as well. The cheat sheet already has the map. He was the one, yeah, I mean, he's the one that made the cheat sheet. It was literally him. So yeah. You can get that in the cheat sheet. You can get that in the Discord. Do you find a power?
I'm looking.
The that bathroom is the ensuite bathroom. It is a separate room.
It is a separate
Hey.
room. There we go.
Let there be light.
Yeah.
No Walla. Yeah, the Discord link is here, friends, if you need it.
The music box.
The
Okay. My brain died.
You started going into a sick beat. I was gonna let you go. Can you visit Lilith? We'll try to find her.
I lost the ability.
Nailed it. Look at that view. Why is that on? What are you doing? Hey. What are you doing to Josie?
Nothing.
What do you mean? What do you mean nothing? Stop floating my dog, witch.
not tell you.
Oh. Instant death. Get her killed. She's gonna deserve it. She keeps this up. That's a sentence I didn't think I'd ever hear. Oh, I didn't get a headlamp. Oh, what a weenie. I see my breath out here.
Wait, but we have freezing in the bathroom.
Oh, you have actually freezing.
Yeah,
What
like,
the
dang it.
French?
It's like 5 degrees here. That's probably why you see your breath.
Yeah.
But it's freezing in here.
All right, I've got a
Yeah,
crucifix in there.
-1,
Any
-2.
phalanges?
Ooh. Okay, I love any map where I can.
Where
see
are you?
Dots on this game. That's beautiful.
Are you near? Where are you? Are you close? How many elbows do you have? When's the last time you visited Wisconsin? Do you like Q-tips? Did break hurt you? I think that's a yes. EMF 5 on the door to the room. Wisconsin? It was the first thing I thought of. I got nothing.
It's better not
I've been
be
hanging out
entertained.
with Doc way too much. It better not what? Oh shit.
It better not be another
I
shade.
just realized that. Josie, I got you. You're okay. Here, can I put you like up on the thing up there to make you front and center here? Come on. Trying to make her stand up the right way. Oh yeah, look at that. That's right. Now you've got to stare at Josie every time you want to try and do anything. That's right. Nailed it. It's twins. I'd rather it be something. Just please don't be a shade. We're not going to get any more evidence. So now at this point, we're just trying to figure out what it is. Motion sensor, repel, EMF. We'll do a little repel guy there. Motion sensor. Maybe I'll grab a lantern just for the vibes. Just for the vibes. Heard someone say the tier 3 spirit box can be used with the lights on. That's shenanigans. Correct. That cannot happen. No, they're pulling one or both of your legs. I'm not sure which though. Special pats, hello. No limit. The new map is amazing. All right, I brought you this. So Ghosty can do that. And I brought this. Hey.
Look what I found.
Hey. Pull pass.
Yeah.
It's a fool. It's a hermit fool.
Oh, I got a tower, so. Oh, look, a tower fool.
It's a tower fool.
You're a tower fool.
It's a child. Break, are you okay? They're fine? Okay. Just pull High Priestess? I've had pretty good luck with that recently. Please stop hunting. Please stop hunting. Swapped rooms? I don't know. I didn't watch it long enough to know if it's an Oni. It also hunted very close to us, so we don't know if it's a Jinn. This is a 50,000 year long hunt, though. Finally. Damn. I'm so sorry. She's like peeking around the corner. All right, break. We're gonna try to bring you back. Oh God. She's not fine. I'm not convinced. I think she's all right. Oh God. All right. Let me go get a smudge just to be on the safe side. Does she know I'm a little teapot? That was revenge for Josie. That's right. That's what you get. Now you can come to the van and just look at Josie. You're welcome. We'll bring a double smudge. We're gonna sit down there and draw cards. See if we can bring her back. What evidence do we have? We have EMF 5 and freezing. So if it starts to hunt, we could try to get line of sight. They're hiding right there. Please be open. Ayo. That's normal. Hold on. Are you a fucking shade, dude? My curtains. What the dickens? By the way, I think this is I think it's a shade. This is so unfortunate. You fall through the floor. No, I was hiding under the stairs. Harry Potter style. We were hiding under the stairs. Dragon, thank you for the raid. How was your stream? Thank you guys for the follows, by the way. Thank you guys so much. Pharma, hello. Queen, hello. The hell that was. No limit. Thank you, thank you. All right, I have one more. All right, let's go back in there and pull the cards. Hopefully we don't die. 3 in a row. Yeah. Ain't that some shit? All right, this there. Oh my God. Josie's. Oh, she took Josie? Did she bring her in here? Where's Josie? What'd she do with my dog, that sadistic bastard? You know, Astro, I've heard other people saying they were getting got in these places too. Is this the updated map? It is. Okay. It's done. So I need to quickly pull cards. What did I do with them? I threw them in here. Yes? Okay. That was awfully close. Oh my god. Shittiest deck I've ever seen. I did draw a Hanged Man Fool card, though, in case that makes you feel any better. And fun fact, we are not returning back to the lobby until Josie's in this truck. I will wait. Thank you. All right, I think it's a shade. I really do. I think the blinks were normal, I believe. We're about to find out. This is going to be 3 shades in a row, which is some absolute hogwash. All right, pick her up, just in case. Okay, we're good. Meet my demands or you will stay dead in this freaking game forever. Honor! May or may not have been throwing... Oh, yeah, Josie at the ghost. That's fine.
There's some jobs ready for you.
You were using
Yeah,
my my dog as a ghost repellent?
No, I was letting the child play with the puppy.
I don't think that's how that works.
I kept throwing it down and it would play with it. I think it worked.
Poor Josie being harassed by Toothy McToothface. Could you? She's so innocent.
So, yeah, I was really counting on the crucifix to protect me when we were sitting in that bathroom.
Well, it didn't, but I mean, well, I don't know what you thought the crucifix was going to do. I smudged and ran, and you didn't move.
I didn't know you smudged.
Well, yeah, you weren't dead yet.
I mean, that makes sense why it took the ghost a really long time to see me as
Like,
it was
man,
just
it slowed down a
wandering in
lot.
circles
Good
around the
grief.
bathroom. No, I didn't know.
I had your death pose was really funny though, and I might use it. You're like, it looks like you're peeking around the corner.
Oh, shoot.
Hi, the Walrus.
Okay,
Have a good
well,
night,
it's
friend.
not my night. What can I say? It's
Listen,
been a day.
man. Listen, it's been a ting. Do you want, I don't know. I might call it there, honestly. It's almost midnight for me, and I didn't sleep well last night.
Fair.
Yeah.
The time change did me in.
Yeah.
I know that was Saturday night, but like I'm
Still feeling it. I know. Are you going to be trucking for a bit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I will be.
Alrighty, friend. Well, thank you for joining me on the weekly and the games. I'm glad you got to play Bleeze.
Yeah, sorry I died 25,000.
That's, listen, it's you know,
I
it's
do
just
know how
setting
to
the tone.
live, I promise.
Just setting the tone. It's okay.
maybe.
Just shady paradise, I guess, for us.
Oh god. Yeah, I'm half tempted to just restart my game.
It might be worth it. Very, very
rid of that
honestly, it
bad
might be
juju.
worth it. Yeah. All right, friend. I will see you later.
Thank you. It was fun. Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure.
Bye.
Night. Bye.
Night, friend. Oh, please, guys, go follow Break. Break is amazing. Break is amazing. Mezzo! What up, homie?
Prepared some jobs for you.
If you pulled the High Priestess full, the Priestess wouldn't activate. Correct. Yeah, the full card. So if no matter what you pull, if you pull a card and it becomes a full card, it's a nothing burger. It literally does nothing. Try to do the wheel spin? No, I need to do it. I'm going to run ads before we do the wheel spin though, so people don't miss it. Because they're probably going to get hit in the midst of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run ads and then we'll spin the wheel. Okie dokie. Haven't played the map just yet. Doing an 8-hour session tomorrow. Oh man, 8 hours. Well, at least that'll give you a lot of time to deep dive. There's a lot. Man, there's so much. Tom and I, oh my God, Tom and I walked around for legit an hour. An hour walking around just to look at the map. We didn't even play any, like, we didn't even play against any ghosts yet. It was the weirdest thing. All right, friends, I'm going to run ads. 3 minutes. And once I do that, then we will spin the wheel for a giveaway. Okay, so BRB. I know where the cursed possessions are. Thanks to you. Oh, I appreciate you. Yeah, I mean, you know, I figure the way I always see those kinds of videos is if you are not interested in spending the time trying to figure out where it is yourself, then there you go. You have a resource you can use that's just really simple and quick to the point. But if you want to find it yourself, you can just skip to the next, you know, just skip it completely. So figured it'd probably be more helpful than not. Smudges are messed up in the shop. Tier 3 doesn't show it being consumable and says it only stops the ghost for fun. Wait, what? I always thought they were random spawns. Then I learned the actual spawns. Oh, the curse, the cursed possessions actually used to be random. When they first introduced cursed possessions to this game, the locations where you found them were random. There were no set locations, so you had to go and find it. A, you had to find out which one it was, and B, you had to find out where it was. So they would spawn all over like so many random places. It was more of a scavenger hunt than anything else. That sucked. Yeah, that was not fun. I'm glad they're set now too. The idea of it's cool, but it's too much. Waiting for the wife to be able to get on and explore it with me for the first time. Yeah, dude, you're gonna love it. Oh, so I guess what I'll do Wednesday, we're playing more Repo. That game was effing hilarious and I want to play more of it. So that's happening on Wednesday with Friendos. On Friday, we'll be back to more Phasmo, and I'm going to prestige on that day. So Friday we'll prestige. I was told they could spawn in the drawers and cabinets when I first started playing. Oh my God, Araby, no. Oh, people are annoying. Repo is so fun, man. Oh my God, it is the funniest damn game. Kills loves it. Kill loves the shite out of it. When the throat monster takes someone over in Repo, is so funny. We purposefully tried to lead one to one of our friends to see them with the low voice. What about Headliners? I thought that was a bit more funny. Headliners was a lot of fun too. I mean, that one just had an update too. Shit, I got to post that video. I got to post the Repo video. All the stuff in the things. Yeah, I'll eventually get there. Luckily with the games that are like not Phas, they're not so time sensitive. And when I say that, like if I play certain games in Phasmo, what I don't try to do, or I can't do really, is I can't do the weekly, like post the weekly video and then post another Phas video that's from like some time ago, because then my level's not in sequential order. So there's a process to it. Yeah, this week I kind of went ham though. I'm fairly certain I posted a video every day this week, which I don't do very often. Not that much. Yeah. Pickle Zach, what up, man? All right, we're back. We are back. Yeah, they're both extremely funny games, and Headliners having the update where you're able to customize how it goes and make it chaos the second you go in is actually, it made it a lot of fun. So much fun to play and watch. It really is. Yeah, it absolutely is. All right. Let's spin the wheel, see what we get. You like it more than Repo? I want to play Repo again because there's mods for that as well. Yeah, I'm jazzed. I'm jazzed to play it more. For sure. Darren, what up, man? Thank you guys for the follows. I appreciate you. Let's see what we're going to do. Oh, Vigigame. Just not with song blowing you up. Yeah, that wasn't very fun. The mods are what started to turn me off to Lethal. I liked it. The mods were fun, man. The mods were great. I enjoyed it anyway. All right, let's see what it's going to be first. What am I doing for the stream? Ending it soon. Yeah, I start my streams at around 8:30 p.m. ET, and then I usually end around 11:30 or midnight. It is almost midnight for me. Will it be a video? Will what be a video? Yeah, my schedule's the same every week, Zach. It's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30, and then Sunday at 1. Sometimes I have bonus streams. It just depends. This stream. Oh, I don't know. I always go back and watch my VODs when I'm done and decide if there's something there that I feel like could make a good video or not. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. It is what it is. All right. Where's our games? Boop, 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 boop. Got 3 shades in a row. Yeah. Ugh. Well, usually I like to make videos, especially when I'm playing with friends, because those games are usually just almost guaranteed entertaining. So it's not just about education. It's just like the entertainment of interacting with others. It's always a blast. I assume you have a VODs channel. I do. Yeah. Exclamation point. Is it VOD or VODs? There it is. Yep. Yep, every one of my streams goes there as soon as the stream is done. It usually goes there after a couple hours, ish, something like that. Yeah. Hey, what up, Samurai? How are you? Stream's cozy. I appreciate you, man. Are you not entertained? All right, what's it gonna be? But yeah, if you go to my main YouTube channel and scroll down, you can see the VOD channel there as well. Kraken Academy. So these are all games from the Humble Bundle. And I just don't have time to play these games. So what I inevitably do is giveaways for them. So that way we can give them away to peeps. So let me do this. How about this? You guys are going to enter. While you guys are entering to win, I'll get the code. There it is. I was like, where the hell's my tool? We'll do free Steam. It's weird how this updates because this software is no longer updated anymore. Yeah. All right. We'll do, I'm going to make you type goo in chat to win. So if you have Steam and you want to get this game, type goo in chat. Type goo. I will give you a minute to do so. This is obviously on the purple side, not on both sides. While you guys are doing that, I will get the code. I'll give you guys like 30 seconds and then we will go ahead and choose our winner. What do I need? I need you. Once you type it once, friends, you're good to go. Once you type it once, you are good to go. You don't have to enter twice. So much goo. Oh, I have some more I need to redeem as well. Ooh. Ooh, Pacific Drive is on there? Okay. You're like making goo the special word. It's just, I don't have to think about it. It's just instant. It's just instant. Makes life easy. All right, there it is. All right. 5, 4, 3, a 2, a 1, a go. That's fun, dude. I wish that they kept updating this giveaway software. I wish that they did, man. They don't anymore. So if you never downloaded it, you can't even get it, which sucks. Nefaria, let's go. GG's, friend. GG's. G's and cheese. All right. Let's go over here. Boom. 'Tis sent, my friend. GG's. Congrats. Do this. We'll save there. And that's off. Awesome. Sweet. Done and done. Done and done. All right, YouTubes, we're going to end it right there, friends. I'm going to end it there so we can go find someone to raid on the Twitch side. But I appreciate you, friends. I will be live on Wednesday for more repo fun. If you guys liked that game, we are playing it all Wednesday with some more friends. So it's going to be awesome. I can't wait. I can't wait. If you guys missed my latest YouTube upload and you didn't, if you missed the past few streams, we had a blood moon on the new Bleasdale. So that was fun. And it was an outside ghost. Spoiler. Spoiler. More repo. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Our friendos are excited. It's just such a good game. Shattered, I appreciate you, man. Alrighty, let's see. Let's see. Okay. I got Blood Moon on the old Bleeds and got footage. It's gonna be great. Heck yeah. Yeah, The old Bleasdale, I did the amateur to APOC 3. I posted that. And then I've just been uploading like crazy. Yeah. Nat, have a good one. Appreciate you. Outside Ghost? Yeah. Yeah. Friends, if you're not in my Discord already, I have one. It's there. I update my schedule. The new Bleasdale map is in my Discord. It's also in the cheat sheet if you can't use a Discord. So I know some people struggle sometimes to use Discords, like they literally don't have the ability to join one. The unofficial cheat sheet has it in case you need it. So it is there. But let's go raid, friends. If you are a follower, the first one's for you. Subs, the next one's for you. Creepy tier 3s, that one's for you. We're gonna go say hi. Let's go say hi. Of course, we're gonna go say hi to our to the teammate of the night. To the teammate of the night, we're gonna go say hi to Break. We'll go say hi to Break. She is currently continuing the travels on the new Bleasdale. So she is there right now. All right. Nefaria, I see your message, by the way, friend. I will message you. I'm going to message you right after this. Okay. All right, friends. Much love. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the amazing stream per the usual. What's our monthly at right now? We are 3/4 of the way to our monthly goal, and we are not halfway through the month. We are not even halfway through. So if we reach our monthly goal, we have another day. We have another day. Frame, I'll have to check, friend. I got so many DMs in the past like couple days. It's been crazy, but I'll double check. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Song. I appreciate you guys. Let's go say hi to Break and go bring her all the love. If you want to start a fart train, that's up to you. I didn't say do it. I'm just saying it's there. It exists. You feel free. You do you. But I appreciate you guys. I will see you later. Wednesday, more fun. Bye.